live about now. Only 5 minutes late, that's fine. And yes, we are currently live.
It's fashionably late.
Hopefully the people will have seen in the chat that we have been moving. I will need to take that out there. Hopefully, yes, perfect. Okay, there will be occasional flicker across the cameras because apparently I have the cameras on the main monitor now, which was a dumb idea. But everything is fine. Welcome everyone to the stream. Let me just, okay, there we go. Okay, tech happens, but we are back on track. Everyone's seeing us. Is camera working? We have the chat there. Steelhaven, how are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, perfect. What is a stream if it's not working? Am I right? Okay, so without further ado, that was very loud. Sorry about that. That was a bunch of dice. Welcome and good evening, everyone. I am Chris, the Primogen, and I will be your storyteller for tonight's game of Stories from Chicago, a Vampire the Masquerade mini chronicle.
They're asking for your volume to be turned up from.
Perfect, thank you. I will do that. How is this? Is this any better?
Louder on my end.
Yes.
I don't know.
Let's have a little bit of a blah, 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 blah moment to make sure the volume is fine. I'll edit that out later.
Hello.
I won't.
Can you hear
Hello,
me?
testing.
Cat?
Kitsu, can you do a voice?
Hello. Is this okay or is this quiet?
You are a little loud.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wow, that's a first.
Can you change that in your settings? But otherwise, not too much. But I think that's about okay.
Hold on. I believe my mic got unplugged.
No. Did it? Did you unplug? All right.
Yeah, it was unplugged. There we go.
Okay. Now you're very quiet though, and I don't hear you.
Okay, we got
no.
we got updates saying volume sounds good now.
Perfect. Then let's start from the beginning. Good evening, everyone. I am Chris, the Primogen, and I will be your storyteller for tonight's game. We are playing Stories from Chicago. I got it wrong again. Stories from Chicago, a mini chronicle of Vampire the Masquerade. And with me, as last time, we have a coterie of 4 prominent Methuselah hunters. How about we start with introductions? Sebastian, why don't you go first?
Hello, I'm Josh, and I've eaten a lot of sauerkraut today. I don't know, that's not relevant, but it's true. And I am the creator of a YouTube channel called Strange Adventures, where I talk about vampires and role-playing. And today I am playing a Ventrue who has some beef that he'd like to squash.
Perfect.
Via a Methuselah.
Very, very good. Thank you very much. We'll continue with Marie.
Hi, I'm Huddy from my YouTube channel Huddy von Schund, where I do Vampire the Masquerade lore videos, among other things. I'm playing Marie the Lasombra, and last time I was a voluntary firefighter.
And you did a great job doing it. Putting out that fire before it started. Well, while it was going. Very good, thank you. We'll continue with Kitsu or Giulia.
Hey, I'm Kitsu. I play Giulia, and I'm an illustrator and soon to be a 3D student. So, I'm not as popular on social media as these guys, but
Come on.
you know, I do have a YouTube channel as well, though. There's not much on it, but hopefully that'll change soon.
We'll see. Thank you. I hope so too. And last but definitely not least, we have Mr. Bees.
Yes. Buzz. Hello. My name is Harry. I am the host of the Saratoga by Night podcast and the creator of the Slubricat YouTube channel, which I promise another video is coming soon. I'm just a busy person. I play Stanley Coleman, the Nosferatue.
Perfect, thank you. And I will have to apologize for my keyboard running. This will not be happening during the game. But there we go. Let's have a little recap of last session, shall we? I believe it started with the 4 of you each going on your merry adventures feeding. Some of you were quite hungry, some not so much. Marie, you went to the Bar Tap, the local pub owned by a group of people you're intimately familiar with from your past. Long story short, you made your presence known, perhaps for the first time, because of your hunger, but you got out scot-free, and there's certainly no way that could ever come lead back to you or be a problem whatsoever. And after that, we joined up with, I believe it was Stanley. No, it was Giulia first. Giulia, you had been living at the same hotel for 2 weeks, and it was another night as normal. You were hanging out in the bar, finding someone to drink from, and you did. You found a traveling office lady, a traveling conference attender, who you sweet-talked into giving you some of her precious vitae. Of course, you didn't take more than you needed, and as a gesture of kindness, you also set an alarm so she wouldn't miss her flight in the morning. Stanley, you didn't go out hunting. Instead, you went straight to an abandoned old church where you were going for your monthly meetup with the Thinbloods and outcasts of the city, only to find that, well, one of your most prominent members was missing. You were informed by Ben, another Thinblood with a sort of prophetic ability, that he'd had a vision that might be relevant considering the disappearance of your friend, but he hadn't brought it with him, but he was going to get back to you about it. If you're wondering why I'm suddenly completely white on this side of the face, it's because I opened up a Google Docs document. Sorry about that. Sylvia, your friend, was taken. You believe, or he believes at least. And finally, Sebastian, you were DJing at the Esoteric, one of the more old school nightclubs, I guess you'd call them by this time. They were having dubstep night, and you kicked the ass at the dance floor. You got some groupies with you. Had time to feed before Annabelle, the Toreador Primogen, got in touch with you about a potential person of interest for you and your... Well, I guess it wouldn't be a stretch to call you a coterie, although you've barely worked together yet. The squad assembled at the Esoteric, where you exchanged some words and then headed off to Annabelle's soiree, if you want to call it that. And although you had some trouble getting in, at least one of you had, you got inside, you met up with Annabelle, and she informed you that at the behalf of Prince Kevin Jackson, she was offering you an opportunity to, while not perhaps come in from the cold, at least earn some clout with the prince, one of Lodin's brood. The opportunity in question was the yearly New Year's event of the Black Roses, a surprisingly secretive group of kindred, or something else perhaps, who tend to celebrate New Year's Eve in a rather elaborate and decadent fashion. This time they're going to Chicago, and Kevin Jackson wants either the event to be interrupted or at least dealt with. Kept under cover, the masquerade not broken, everyone going home fine, existence of vampires not on 9 o'clock news. You were also informed that there would be a very special person attending the event, the aforementioned person of interest, particularly ancient vampire, at least there's rumors about it, and Annabelle informed you that Prince Jackson and herself would be very interested in knowing the identity of said person. You were told that there had been some Thinbloods gone missing in the city, and conveniently enough, Ben, Stanley's friend, had sent him a text giving just enough hints for you to figure out that that Sylvia had been taken, or at least the one you were looking for had been taken to beneath the Temple of Lada, where the Russian had met his match. You figured out that it was one of Chicago's more exquisite nightclubs, the Glory Pit, where you found indeed Sylvia tied up and held captive by 4 hired goons and some manner of vampire. You're not entirely sure. You don't know much more than that, considering you put her on fire quite early on. The fire spread rapidly, and of course, as it is, you had to roll for Rotrek, and 3 of you failed, including Sylvia as well. So 4 of 5 vampires ran out of the nightclub. The fifth one, Marie, the Lasombra, kept her senses long enough to put the fire out before your only lead for where the Thinbloods had been taken got taken out for good. She's technically still alive, or at least not dead, but she's in a pretty bad state. And I do believe that's where we ended last session. Now, that was a pretty long recap, but a lot of stuff happened. So you are standing outside the glory pit, and you can tell from some of the windows that the fire is spreading rather rapidly right now. Marie, you have the woman currently wrapped up tightly in a rug, I believe, or blanket. She is not conscious. You are still inside. The others are outside. What do you do?
Can I carry her out?
You can. You may. And you probably should. Because it's the situation is getting pretty much out of hand right now with the fire and all.
Well, I'd like to do that then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you head outside. Meet
to
up
my friends.
To your friends. Sylvia is a little bit shaken. She's trying to get her bearing on the situation. She's still kind of suffering from, you see her wild-eyed, not entirely sure if she's going to stay here or keep running. Like, she doesn't know who you are. She knows Stanley, and that familiar face is just enough to keep her from running away.
Told you there was fire in that shotgun.
Why would anyone put fire in a shotgun? That seems a bit stupid.
To do exactly what happened?
Well, I guess it worked, so I can't complain that much.
We should probably get away, because...
Yeah.
This
Agreed.
Is there anything else that we can grab or show or whatever for this place or something? But other than that, we need to go.
Am I already out with the woman?
You're coming up the stairs.
Okay.
Outside.
Did you grab the shotgun?
He's
Did Ava
I've
grab
got the shotgun.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Then we're good.
Well, I was wondering, do you have the keys to that van? Because there was a van outside. Last time? Was it a van?
You look around and you realize that the van is missing. Point of notice is that the three mortals that you were fighting inside were just slightly ahead of you, and it seems that they've taken off in the van.
Call an Uber then, can we?
Should we follow them?
Should have taken a picture of that van just to get the license plate number. No one looked at that, did we?
Nope.
Anyway, we need to get out of here. Like, we need to get away like yesterday. Okay, let's go.
Let's start moving then. Let's start moving.
Yes.
And I guess Marie, wait for her.
She didn't come out with us. Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
Am I out?
I'm gonna
You're,
look up into the window,
coming
see
out.
if I can see inside.
You're coming out the door just as they're talking.
I was carrying her wrapped in a big blanket or something.
Is she alive?
Barely. Don't worry, I put out her. And I'll just lay her on the ground for a second. Dust myself off a little bit. Ash and stuff. What's the plan now?
Well, we need to get her somewhere.
How?
That's the question. Sewers, perhaps?
Oh, gosh.
I'm not carrying this, whatever this person is, through sewers.
Do you want to go in the sewers, or do you want to get held up by police?
Yeah, it's not a good look. We got one guy with a shotgun and another with a body and a rug.
Yeah, we're not just going to walk through downtown with this.
Okay, let's just go. Let's go. Go.
Do you know somewhere close to here, Stanley, where we can go? Or are we just going to walk through the sewers aimlessly?
Would I know of somewhere, like, are we nearish to the church, perhaps? Should I make a streetwise roll?
You can, you are fairly near to the church. You know enough that, Marie?
I just want to say, if we're near to the church, my haven is next to the church.
Oh, to the abandoned church?
Oh no, not the abandoned church.
No.
The church where the archdiocese is.
Uh-huh. No, this is an old.
Damn.
I don't quite recall the name anymore, but it's been abandoned for many years. You're maybe 15 minutes by foot.
All right.
10 if you hurry.
I know where we're going. It's an old abandoned church. Follow me.
Either way.
And I mean,
So-
manhole covers are like what, 400 pounds or something crazy. So I'm gonna activate potence to lift it.
Yeah. Sylvia's just looking at you for it's like, how did you find me? How did you know what to get me? Stanley?
Yeah.
We
You were
we can
following
talk
a tip.
later. We need
All
to
right.
go now.
Oh, all
Come
right.
with us.
Sure. I guess I don't have an option here, do I? She's still kind of shook up. It's not.
You do. You can stay here and get caught by the police, okay?
All right,
Is
all
that
right.
what
I'm
you
coming. I'm
want?
coming with you. I'm coming with you. Sorry. Just,
Okay, let's go.
Calm down, Giulia.
I've been tied
the
up. for
fire isn't out here.
It's been three nights, I think. So I'm a little. All right, I'm coming with you. You all go down the drain hole. It's smelly for sure. And as you start heading down, you also hear the shouts of people coming out of their apartments, people living above the glory pit. And in the distance, you can actually hear very faintly the sound of fire trucks approaching. But you head down into the dark below, and soon enough, you're walking around in, well, it's not exactly knee deep, but it's close to it. This is a drainage sewer, so there's really no way to not walk in the muck right now.
Great.
These are really nice trainers.
I take off my Gucci shoes. No, Gucci makes bags. See, I'm so good at it.
They also make shoes.
They do?
I'm sure
Yeah.
Gucci makes
I
everything.
knew
They make
that. I knew
everything.
that. I take off my shoes anyway because they're heels. They wouldn't help me anyway, and I keep them out of the muck.
Hmm.
You're walking down the sewers, and Sylvia's just turning to you again, and like, they took me from my haven. No one saw this happen. How did you guys know to find me?
We had a tip from my Malkavian friend.
Who?
What's the name of the guy again who told
Ben.
me?
Ben is not a Malkavian.
Oh, he's not. He's
no,
just.
he's Thinblood.
Oh, okay. Then Ben told me. Not the exact location,
Shit.
but he gave me a tip.
Oh fuck! I owe him a big one. Then I thought they were gonna take me to Jackson, man. I thought it was done for. Like I'd pissed off the wrong person. I thought maybe Alexa or Damien or someone. I don't. Like they didn't tell me shit. They just tied me up and they kept me here for 3 nights.
Oh goodness, you poor dear.
The good news is you haven't pissed off the wrong person. Other good news is they've pissed off the right. Well, they pissed off the wrong people for them, I guess.
All right. Well, of course they fucking have pissed off the wrong people. Who are they anyway? Do you have any idea who they are?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's what we have her for.
All right.
None of us got a good look at her before Seb set her on fire, right?
You saw a leather jacket, jeans,
And blonde hair.
and blonde hair, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, she's not someone you recognize. You have never seen her in Chicago before.
Okay.
Doesn't mean she's not from Chicago. It's a big city, but not a familiar face.
Okay. I'm not being careful carrying her. She knocks her head against the wall. I don't care.
Jesus.
Yeah, she is out cold. You would say torpor. The amount of damage she sustained. She looks like that one lonely hot dog that you've left in the pan for too long. Like kind of reddish. Like it's not a nice sight. Like no human would survive this.
Ugh.
Anyone got a steak on them handy?
No.
All right, well, just break off a chair leg when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk on, and soon enough, you find yourself at the church. Get out of these sewers. It's a closed-in drain, so there's no one watching. And you're once again inside the domed building, completely empty of furniture, of course. Garbage covering the ground. The old burning oil drum still there. Homeless people still there. But it's getting very late. Some of them are sleeping, or potentially very early for you. There's just maybe a couple of hours left of the night at most. And none of the Thinbloods are there anymore.
I have a really weird question, if I may.
All right,
for
sure.
a second. Would my heels work as a stake?
As what? As a stake?
As a stake?
Are they made of wood? They could be, right?
Oh no, are they?
Generally not, right?
I think
Yeah,
they're
I
mostly
don't
plastic these days,
so.
I think.
Sad.
Unless you had them specially ordered to make with
There
wood.
are, I mean,
That's a really good idea.
there are a few gnarly trees growing out in like the surrounding area. So if you really wanted to make a stake out of, like, there's material to make one.
We might have to, but for the future, that brings the Step on Me meme to a whole new level. Just saying.
Oh, please.
Okay, sorry. Keeping on track. I'm sorry.
There's no furniture in the church, so there's nowhere I can put her down for a second while I try and...
There's the ground, and the altar is slightly raised, but there are nothing that's not
Pews.
made out of, no pews. There's like nothing made.
I'm just gonna put her gently on the ground so I don't wake up the sleeping homeless people, and then just like get sludge and filth off of my dress. Disgusting.
I'm gonna go break off a branch of a tree if that's possible.
Sure. Yeah, that's not going to be much of an issue. The
Cool.
wood is not, it's not the best kind of wood, but would certainly work as a stake in a pinch.
Yeah, it'll work for now. Which
Yeah.
yeah, I come inside the church, stride straight up to this person who I
Wait,
set on
wait,
fire.
wait. We don't want to do that with any of these people around.
I'm offering wet wipes.
I'll actually take one.
Even one of them sees. One of them is not asleep, then we are in a lot of trouble.
Well, Seb, you're good at garnering attention. Get their attention, and Stanley, you stake her. They'll all look at him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right.
Or scare them off, maybe?
Oh, that would be up to me, wouldn't it?
I suppose.
I'd rather not scare people.
Yeah, that's true.
Sandy, are you
Is-
going to walk up to them, or who's doing
Is
what?
this is just one room. There isn't like any extra corners or anything.
There's
that
no
we can work with?
refractory behind it or anything?
Yeah, that was what I'm wondering.
Yeah, there is actually a room off the side. It's not in a great condition. Smells like a public toilet, but it'll do.
It will.
Okay. Let's take her there for now, because even if we like all of these people, they can still like talk to the police or something. Let's just go there and leave them to sleep or whatever they're doing. And if someone comes over there, or if someone is in there, then we like friggin' make them go out. And I have perfume. Don't worry, I have my bag. I go first.
I hate to agree with her, but she does have a point. I don't know how reliable homeless people are to the police anyway.
You hate to agree with me, honey.
I really hate to agree with you, Julia. Yes.
Oh, honey. Oh, I did tell you need to work on your attitude. I'm sorry.
Let's not make
It's
such
been a busy
scene.
night.
We need to stake
Fair.
somebody, so.
No, I hand over the tree branch to Stan.
All right. And once we get her into the room, I will just
Yeah, just
pop her with a stake.
drag her by the under the armpits. So there's like two grooves in the dirt.
She it's like touching roast beef when you're grabbing her. But she's not offering any kind of opposition. Like she's definitely in torpor. some of the worst wounds have healed just a little bit, but she's out of it. And usually staking someone is difficult, but this is someone who's out of it. So I guess I still kind of want to have like a medicine check to kind of spot where the heart would be, because this is not the thickest kind of stake.
Medicine check. Okay.
Yeah, some kind of medicine check. I mean, you could mess up.
That is true. I have no points in medicine, so this is gonna be a good one.
We could all take turns.
Anyone can roll to find the heart. It's fine.
I don't know. Stanley's a little bit. He's confident. He'll give it a shot. In medicine.
He'll make up for it with enthusiasm.
Yes. 2 successes.
2 successes. That is enough to sort of figure out where it's supposed to go. Yeah, like you feel around, you feel like a rib cage. All right, cool, we got it. And you drive it through her rib cage. It takes effort. Surprisingly sturdy bones. But would this be the first time you're staking someone? Have you ever done it before?
Probably.
All right. Probably done it before. Yeah, you're using obfuscate even as we speak.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah. It's not that I got a shitty webcam.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're getting some feedback that is usually an attack roll. I'm gonna say that you have plenty of time to do this.
Okay.
You figured out what the heart is, but it's gruesome work, and it's not very nice. Like it's just like a cracking noise with the ribcage breaks, and then some kind of squelching as you press the stake through her heart. But I mean, it's hard to tell if it worked, but she's certainly not moving. She wasn't before either, and you're pretty sure you got it through the heart.
Wait, you opened her up just to check if you got it in the right place?
No, I didn't open her up. She's just got a stake through her.
Okay.
A blunt tree branch.
I guess this is praying. I do have medicine 3, by the way.
Stanley had guts. That's enough for him.
That never gets less nasty. I just look at the steak like.
Sylvia's looking at you like, all right, so what, are you just gonna keep her around? What are you gonna do with her?
We're gonna need to get her back to health, but I don't know how long that could take and how much time.
Get her back to health. She was gonna fucking eat me. Right?
She has information.
Yeah, we're just gonna relax. We're just going. I mean, I know it's difficult to relax right now.
Yeah,
but
no shit.
But as I was saying, we need her alive to ask her a couple of questions. Yeah, because otherwise it's not gonna work. And
sure,
nothing is like you can tell us what you know, what you saw, but she knows more. So
yeah, well, you haven't even asked me what I saw, but I can tell you.
Well, we can start with you if you want to. If you want to tell us what happened.
Let's go through that.
Yeah, shit. All right,
you need to chill out first.
Do you need to sit down?
I need to chill out. I was tied up to that fucking pole for three nights.
And now you're safe.
You got you.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get you again.
Yeah. Sorry. It's just I haven't had anything to drink.
Right. Okay. Should we sort that?
No,
I
I'm
think
cool.
we should.
I'm cool for now.
3 nights. Are you sure?
Honestly, I just want to tell you guys what I saw, and I want to get the fuck out of here, and I want to lay low.
I understand.
All right. So I woke up 3 nights ago. I just finished texting everyone about, the meeting, Stanley, the meeting.
Yes.
And I was going to go out to have myself something to drink because it's been a while. I try not to drink too much. I don't want to be a monster. And they were just fucking right outside my haven. I don't know how they found me. I don't know how they knew I was one of us, but they fucking tied me up. They didn't use a stake or anything, but they tied me up, tied my mouth and eyes, and just threw me, I guess, into a van or something. And shit, I got one of them pretty fucking good. I know that. Like I heard bones breaking.
Nice.
Now, how do you think they could have followed you?
I don't know.
Are you on the internet? Are you?
No, of course not. I'm not a fucking idiot. Jackson, Damien, they've been on my case. They know who I am. Like that's why I thought it was the prince who wanted me dead. Like I've been vocal. You know me. They're fucking with us every night. We Thinbloods, we get all the shit thrown at us for no fucking reason.
Yeah. I know who Jackson is, but who's Damien?
He's the fucking sheriff.
He's the sheriff.
Oh, that guy. Oh, okay.
Tell me, you would all be more familiar with the inner workings of the Camarilla than I would.
What?
Do you think that it's possible the prince could have something to do with this?
I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is they mentioned her name once. She's called Hasna.
Once.
She's called Hasna. I don't know. Like,
Hasna.
yeah.
Okay.
Hasna.
Kids, you're logged in as me on YouTube.
I know, I fixed it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's Hasna. That's all I know. Like the guys, they were just doing their job. That's what they kept asking about, when they were gonna get money, when they were gonna get someone else to trade shifts with them. She didn't say much.
All right, brilliant. So, our only source of information, our only lead is
In torpor.
Yes, in torpor. We don't know for how long.
I don't know.
Told you there was fire.
I'll listen next time. All right.
Brilliant.
I know she was talking about some kind of list. She mentioned that. She mentioned a list. Like she just gotten back from doing it. Something with it. I don't know.
Are her clothes all ruined?
Her leather jacket is okay. The denim jeans, they're probably stuck to her skin at this point.
Okay.
The
I'm gonna
leather
check
jacket is
whatever pockets there are.
Yeah. Like there's a ripping noise as you kind of open the leather jacket. It's definitely stuck as well, but the inside seems okay. Like there's a pocket, you check it, and you find actually a small piece of paper that's a little bit burnt at the edges, so it barely survived the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll read it.
Yeah. There's 4 names on the list, and the names are Sanche, Kadia Al-Kindi, Tally, and Thomas Ewell. And next to them are 4 small pictures, little hand-drawn icons that to a human wouldn't make any sense, but to you recognize them. They are, for Sanche, the symbol of Tremere, the warlocks. For Kadia al-Kindi is the Banu Hakim. Tali is the Lasombra sign, of course, the crown. And for Ewell is the upside down A of the Bruja clan.
Appears we have our list. Or at least some of it.
Do you think this has something to do with the Black Roses, Stanley? The New Year's Eve thing. Because these aren't names of Thinbloods, or they wouldn't put clan symbols next to them.
That's a good point.
Do I know Tally?
You know Tally. Oh boy, do you know Tally.
Right.
Tally is one of the most famous Lasombra, and usually operating out of Washington D.C. You know that he's the man who's been who is the sire of Sierra Bomburas.
Okay.
And he's a bit of a legend. He's been around for a long time. More of a follower than a leader. Like, you've never seen him in a high position, but any Lasombra who's been around for a while, you've heard the name of Tally.
Okay.
Do I recognize any of the names?
No.
Would I know where to find Tally? Is he in Chicago?
You have no idea.
Great.
Tally's a hard man to find. You know he's been in Washington D.C., but even then, like, he's very particular about who gets to meet him.
Seb,
Yeah.
when we talked with Sierra at Annabelle's party,
Yeah.
did you get her number or did you just give her her number? Her number.
I got something.
Great.
I got her card, which I'm assuming would have some sort of number or email or contact.
Yeah, you have a phone number on it.
I'm going to need you to call her because her sire's name is on this list.
Right. Not the worst idea I've ever heard, but
Not the best either.
I don't want to piss off a Lasombra I don't know that well.
She really liked you, though. She liked Giulia, too. Can't imagine why.
And yet people have their tastes. What? I'm assuming you don't want to make this phone call.
You're asking me?
Or
Or
either
who?
of you.
I will make it if I must.
Well, I
don't-
was just wondering what you wanted to say.
Are you
I suppose
sure
I
you
sh-
won't fry the phone? I hear Lasombras have a challenge with technology.
Yes. I'm sure someone could dial it for me. I don't
Yeah.
like talking to anyone, really, but I especially don't like talking to other Lasombra. What do you think? Do you think I should ask her about Tally? Do you think it would be suspicious?
I mean, we do have to get a story straight if we're asking, because she's gonna want to know why we're asking after him.
Well-
Yeah. No, I guess that's true.
We have someone who has been set on fire and is in torpor in the refractory behind us. We have sleeping homeless people in front of us, and we have a list of random kindred of whom I only recognize one name. This is a little beyond me.
No,
Not that old.
Fair enough. I just don't want to tip our hand if, like, she's in on it.
Yeah. That
Do you know where
could
she
be,
lives?
Do I know where she lives?
Yes.
Sierra?
Yeah. Do her haven? I don't know if I know where her haven is.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
There's Stanley, you in particular know that there's a few ways you could find out more about these people. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe you're not the highest in the pecking order of the Nosferatu of the city, but you do know that there's quite a few members of your clan who would be able to give you the location or information you may want upon any of these members. Of course, in exchange for a boon, but it would be much cheaper than if someone from another clan were to approach them about it.
Brilliant. Then that is what I shall do. I'll put in some phone calls, see what I can get.
Yes. You make some phone calls. You're calling them right now.
Yes.
So you send a call to. Let me see who you would be calling for this. Imagine it would probably be. Let me see here. I can find the Coterie list. Here we go. You're calling. You're calling a number that will call Khalid for you, the Primogen of the Nosferatu, and you basically ask, like, there's the sound of a line being picked up, but no response.
Hello?
There's a tap to the phone. Someone's touched it, but there's no one talking in it.
I need information.
Another tap.
Tap twice if you know. Tap twice if you can help me.
There's a pause, and then you hear a voice. Who is this?
Do I recognize the voice as the Nosferatu Primogen?
No.
I could ask the same of you.
Well, you know this number. I'm not going to answer any questions before you identify yourself.
I am a. Well, I'm not going to give you too much information, but I'll tell you that I am an interested party, interested in some information that you may have.
No name.
Not for you.
Fine. There's
For yourself, Mr. B.
2 taps.
All right. I need help finding someone. The name is Sierra. What's the last name?
Van Buren.
Sierra Van Buren. Do you know where I can find her?
Tap. Yep. You would assume that the 1 tap is...
A no, right?
No, it's been yes so far.
Oh, it has? I thought, okay, 2
Yeah.
taps. All right. Well, I can offer
There
a
was no
boon
rule
for
established.
information. Yeah. I can offer a boon in exchange for information regarding her location.
On this number?
On this number. Yes, you. Well, are you asking if you can find me on my phone number?
You hear a long, drawn-out sigh on the other line. Fucking... God damn it. Can we reach you on this number?
Yes, you may.
Perfect. Expect a call tomorrow.
Thank you.
Click.
I think I may have annoyed them, but they've offered us assistance.
Great.
Whatever boon they ask of you, Stanley, you can come to us with it, or at least to me.
Thank you.
To us.
I didn't want to speak for you, Giulia.
How considerate of you.
I know, right?
We're a bit too far into it now to be pretending like we ain't a team.
I agree. This is silly. This fighting, while entertaining, is hindering our performance.
Dubiously entertaining from my end, but let's keep going. Because, okay, so what have we got? What other names can we ask of this? Does anything click a spark? Anything that you've... I haven't been here for long enough to know. Like, these aren't names from the old world, just so you know. So none of them spark anything. They must be local or at least centered to this continent. So
could I possibly make a streetwise roll to see if I can identify any of them?
I think it... I'm not sure if it would be streetwise for this.
Okay.
Would I know any of them with
How
politics?
I think politics is the more appropriate role here, and the ones who get to roll for this are Seb and Stanley, because you've been in the city for a long enough time to possibly have encountered one of these.
I have approximately 0 dots in politics, so
that would be wits, I guess, or no, intelligence to remember. Intelligence politics.
Okay. 2 dice.
Let's give it a
Here's
go.
hoping I get the same thing as my medicine check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
What was that?
what did you get?
A bestial failure?
Mm-hmm.
You get a bestial failure on your intelligence politics roll. Interesting. How are we gonna resolve that?
You know nothing so badly.
You oh man.
Hunger increase?
Yeah, that's fine.
You are pushing your brain cells so hard, trying to remember this. I guess a hunger increase. This is a
I'm
situation.
using obfuscate from the embarrassment.
Let's go with that. You're disappearing into the shadows like, I can't deal with this. This is one of the situations where I don't think the effect is going to be that big. You're probably getting restless and might want to move on. However, Sebastian or Seb, you rolled how many successes?
2.
2. 2 of these names are familiar. Kadia Al-Kindi and Thomas Ewell. You've heard them before. You can't really place from where, but they are kindred who are fairly known in the community, you would say.
Okay.
Someone who's been attending more Elysiums, or Elysia, I guess you'd call them, would probably know more about them.
So I can probably place them in Chicago at the very least.
For certain.
Okay. Cool.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I have a phone with a Wi-Fi? I assume so.
If you have a phone with a
connection, internet connection, I believe so.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I would like to anyway try to just Google them. There's names for shits and giggles just to see if I can do it. So I turn around, I take out my phone, and I start tapping on it and just tapping their name in. And I have investigation 4, so maybe I can do something.
Sure. I before we do that, someone just brought up that we could like a clan compulsion.
I was actually going to say, I think for the Nosferatu, it's a secret, isn't it?
Where would the clan compulsions be in the book? I forgot. Sorry, Giulia. We'll get back to you just in a second, but I think the chat was onto something good here. But you...
Yay, chat.
Yeah. Sorry, Stanley. Clan compulsion is page 210, and I do want to run with that because it was a bad roll, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Bestial
it was
failures.
a hell of a roll.
Yeah. Clan compulsion is, of course, Nosferatu, cryptophilia. The need to know permeates the vampire. They become consumed with a hunger for secrets, to know that which a few or no one knows. Almost as strong as that for blood. They also refuse to share secrets with others, except in strict trade for greater ones. All actions not spent working towards learning a secret, no matter how big or small, receive a 2 dice penalty. The compulsion ends when the vampire learns a secret big enough to be considered useful. Sharing the secret is optional. So, Stanley, you are absolutely raking your mind right now over who these 4 vampires are.
Yes, absolutely.
We will get back to that in a second. But Marie, you were trying to Google these people.
No,
Julia.
Oh,
I
Julia.
was.
Julia. Sorry, Julia. You were Googling these people. That would be a investigation intelligence roll.
Let me get that. So, what did you say? Intelligence.
You press investigation and then you add intelligence as the trait.
All right. Okay. Let's do that. There we go.
Yeah, I was mixing up messy crits with bestial failures. What was the result for that? Can you tell me? I can't see it.
It's a critical hit.
6 successes. All right.
Whoa!
Google Master.
Wow. All right.
Going on the deep web or something.
Yeah.
That is quite a bit. Are you Googling all these names?
Yeah.
All right. What am I going to give you? Let me see here. Let's start
So
with
what?
Sanche. Let me see here. Where is she? Sanche shows up in quite a few articles. They're a couple of years old. I would say they're from around, let me see here. They are from around 2003, 2004. So heydays when it comes to the internet. There's talk about this weird cult coven where everyone died and there was just one survivor. Her name crops up there. She's apparently traveled around a bit, done some talks about it before, and supposedly in Chicago, Asian American, fairly young. She's not been seen for a few years, and she was known to operate. She was known to operate some manner of not a halfway house, but kind of like a rehabilitation center for women using illegal substances. That's about as far as you can figure it out. You can actually even you can actually even find the address for this place.
All right.
When you look around.
Phone screenshot that and keep going.
And
How did you do that? How did you find them?
Google
What?
foo.
Does she relay this to us as she's
I'm not
she's
saying
Googling?
you just see me
We're-
going through my phone
We're not
like
done
really
yet.
quickly.
We're not done yet.
Yeah.
Kadia, let me see if I can find it. Her name only really crops up at one single mention, and that is there was a recent purchase of the esports team called the Assassins by a Kadia Al-Kindi. The Assassins operate out of Chicago. That's the only mention you can find. She is apparently an Egyptian investor currently in Chicago. As for Thomas Ewell, you find nothing. As for Tally, nothing. Those two you don't find anything about them.
I have got something on two of these people. It's not horribly recent, but one of them here, I come closer to them and show them the screen. Here, see this screenshot here? This is a place that, what was the first woman name? Sorry.
Sanche.
Sanchi?
Yeah.
Is that female, male? Do we know?
Female.
It's a female. Okay, so Sanche founded this rehabilitation center here in Chicago, apparently in the first decade of the 2000s for women that are suffering. They have to rehabilitate from like substances and stuff like that. So this is the address of the place. I don't know if this is still there. We need to check it out. I couldn't find anything more about the place on Google. And this other thing is, also there was like a situation about a cult. And here, and I read them part of the article that I just find interesting or that it's relevant. Like here it says that she was the only survivor of some kind of cult situation. And
Kind of mass suicide or something, like people died. A lot of people died.
And this other person, the name was, didn't write it down. What's the other? Kadia, yeah. This other person is an esports team manager. For a team, they're like an Egyptian investor that are investing in a team, the Assassins. And they are based here in Chicago somewhere. However, I couldn't find out where.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Storyteller. Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Would I know anything about this cult? Would I have looked into it?
That's a good question.
My proclivities being what they are.
That's a good question. You may roll intelligence occult.
Groovy. Except my page is frozen. Hang on. There we go.
All right, let me look
There.
at there. So, oh wow, that is a lot of successes.
Is that a messy critical? No, right?
No, it's
Okay.
not. Wow, 7 successes.
Sheesh.
Oh my god. All right, this is.
I really like cults.
Oh man, this cult. I will have to look deep into my tome of wisdom. I still haven't gotten the hardcover, by the way. It hasn't arrived to Sweden yet, so going through my binder.
I can wait.
It's all right. We'll find it soon enough. So, this cult. What should we find about it? Let's see here. No, that was the wrong person. Let's go. Sanche. Let's see here. It's apparently, it was like a coven of witches, mother worship, the usual kind of semi-Wiccan stuff. Had a lot of blood involved in it. Not sure if it was Kindred related. You do know that the murders involved in the cult, or suicides, if you want to say, were very messy. Like, you even were able to get your hands on some crime scene photos because you were investigating this scene, and there were guts, intestines, missing limbs, all that kind of stuff. And Sanche was the only survivor of this. And you do know that she has gotten herself relatively involved in another local cult. You know, actually, with that kind of result in your throat, you realize that she's actually leading something of a secret cult herself right now, semi-secret, operating out of this rehabilitation center, you would assume. And it's not strictly speaking Kindred related. Like, there's no iconography that relates back to vampirism, anything like that. There's nothing attributed to Nodism or stuff like that, but there is definitely blood is a vital part of their rituals. And you do know that it's a fairly small, closed in kind of cult, that they have about 24 members at most. It seems to be very, very much based around, because you're making the connection now that with what Giulia found and what you know about this cult, you're realizing that Sanche is probably the center of this cult, because they are worshiping some manner of matronly figure. There's mentions of the moon-faced lady. It sounds very much a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff.
Okay. All right, I don't want to answer a lot of questions about why I might know something like this, but I think this Sanche person might be the leader of her own cult, survivor of one cult, lots of blood. I don't know a lot about Tremere, but I know they use a lot of blood, so it wasn't necessarily something that stuck out to me. But I do know there's a new cult that's been cropping up in this rehab center that Giulia found. She might be part of it. More blood, more mysterious goings on. It might just be Tremere stuff. I don't really know.
Regardless, we need to investigate immediately.
Yes, I agree.
However, more immediately, we have to deal with her.
Oh, yeah.
Quite.
Should we just, kill her?
So much information.
Well, I would like
Gone.
to wake her up, ask her a couple of questions, and if she doesn't feel compelled to answer them, or we can make her answer them, then we kill her. How's that sound?
I'm
Do
down
you
with
feel...
that.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's just one thing that I really want to get straight on this list of names. Do we think they're part of the Black Rose?
I do.
Why would they have a sheet with the name of cult members in her pocket? I think
Well,
that
I don't know. This Hasna, whatever her name is, points to hot dog lady on the floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was collecting Thinbloods for this New Year's party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, but these people on the list aren't Thinbloods.
Good point.
Are they people that they can collect Thinbloods from?
Or for.
Or for? Or against? Like, that doesn't make sense.
If I had to guess, these are people who are invited to this party. Maybe in addition to collecting Thinbloods, she was also handing out invitations. I don't know.
Right. Oh, we could get our hands on an invitation. Annabelle will be pretty happy with that.
Well, is there anything else on her that didn't get burned to crisp? I mean, I don't
feel around.
Particularly want to touch her, but if I have to, am I really doing this?
I'll do it. I start trying to crisp open her jean pocket and put my hand in there, and
the sound is it's like when you've got a piece of toast, like a toast, and you just rip it like
you're trying to open a crisp packet in a quiet room.
Yeah, exactly. There is a half-melted cell phone in her pocket. It's broken beyond repair.
I immediately hand that to Stan. Like, that's your
take it.
domain, whatever.
It is very badly damaged. There's
I'm sorry, okay?
It's all right.
There is nothing else on her person. There's no wallet. There's no ID. Not even a driver's license.
All right.
Makes sense.
Giulia, are you sure you want to wake her up? Are you sure you can?
I mean, I can try. I've been around enough to know a couple of things about getting people to wake up and stuff. So let's see if this works. I can try. Let me see. However, yeah.
Giulia, you would know that a surefire way to rouse a vampire from torpor is, well, first of all, to remove the stake. That is one way. She will not be able to do anything with a stake through her heart. Like, she can still be awake, but she can't. But if someone has entered torpor, they will need to drink the blood of a vampire, sufficiently high generation, or slowly heal over time. But that is one of the easiest ways to get someone roused from torpor.
Oh, I don't think we have one of those at hand. I mean,
Yes, it is me, the Methuselah.
Well, I mean, you might be able to use your blood, perhaps.
I'm the oldest here, I think. I don't know that though. So
It's worth a shot.
here's the thing. We would need to have her drink an older generation of vampires' blood, something. Like, I don't suppose, I haven't even asked you when you were taken, how old are you, or which generation are you, so I don't know. Are we going to have this conversation like now? Who's the oldest here? When were you taken?
It would be hard to know exactly what generation you are unless you have a pedigree.
Oh.
But it would be fairly easy to say when you were embraced, things like that.
When were you?
I guess Seb would know exactly what generation he was.
He would.
And his
Ventrue
pedigree.
Trained in their pedigree, and he's like, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
No, he's constantly reminded of what even the purest of bloodlines can just result in a lifeless stump somewhere down the line. At least that's what he's been told.
Yeah. Thanks
I'm
for bringing
12th
that up.
generation, I believe. At least I've been told.
My sire wasn't very forthcoming about a lot, but I can guarantee I won't be able to help you.
I suppose then it is up. I'll try then. Let's see if this works. Because I have a feeling I've been around for a little bit, despite of what some of you might think. I look at Marie like,
If she's gonna start trying to wake her, I would like to step into the shadows. I don't want to be seen.
Are you removing the stake before you do that?
no.
All right.
So, any kind of preparations you guys want to do?
I want to have a drink quickly. I'm feeling a bit twitchy.
All right. Let's wait for that. Let's wait for you to come back, because I would prefer if all of you would be here, just in case she has some ace up her sleeves
All right.
that hasn't burned off, I suppose. But yeah, I didn't mean that literally, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
So in that case, I'm going to go and find one of the more isolated homeless people. I'm going to use my dominate to just tell them to come with me into a dark corner, and then use my other dominate ability to make them just forget and put them back to sleep.
A little bit of an issue there.
Yep, I know.
You can use a willpower point to feed anyway, correct?
That I think is.
Or is that the old? Is that the old?
Truth. Oh, and willpower and health damage that I sustained last time is superficial.
Yeah.
Has that cleared?
No.
No.
You're all on the same health level and willpower that you were when we started, because it's still the same night.
Yeah,
Speaking of, is
okay.
it very late?
I would say you have about an hour and a half until the sun goes
Jesus
up.
Christ.
2 hours, maybe.
I will spend the willpower point
Yes.
and feed.
You do that.
Convenience trumps preference in this case.
It is disgusting. It's like drinking tar. It's just thick and just barely makes its way down your throat. And you're retching, but it goes down. You force yourself to drink it. Leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but you take how many blood points? How much hunger?
I was on 3. I will go to 1.
All right. Knocks the guy out right away. But he's not in any actual danger, you think, unless he was anemic, but seems pretty sturdy. And you fill it up. Come back. You're all feeling a little bit sluggish considering the time of the night.
You feeling all right, honey? You don't look so good.
I don't like this place. Let's get out of here as soon as we've dealt with this woman.
Okay. All right, here goes. I take an earring, just like scrape my wrist, and let's see if this works. It might work. Let's see if I'm any good. Look at Maria that I let her drink.
Giulia, you scrape through the skin. It barely stings, of course, but the blood slowly wells up to the surface as you wills it to, because if you're a vampire, you don't really have a pulse, you don't have blood circulating through your system. But you've managed to conjure up enough vitae to create a droplet of the blood to slowly trickle down the mouth of this woman. And I want to know everyone's hunger, please. Well, except for, so 1, and how much for Stanley?
2.
2, and for Marie? 2. You're not hungry enough to react to this more than feeling stirring within you that, oh, this is something else. This is like the smell of a prime steak. That's when you've gone hungry for 2 days. It's potent. But Giulia, you give just enough blood to drip down the mouth of this human hot dog. And you see her eyes go wide, but she's perfectly still.
Shh, it's going to be okay eventually. Hello. Can she talk?
No, she can't do anything.
Yeah, the steak. We should remove it.
Do we have any other means of keeping her restrained?
I can activate potence. I'm pretty strong.
She is in an incredibly bad state right now, so it probably wouldn't require much to hold her down. She might frenzy, in which case she will ignore a lot of the negative modifiers, but if you prepare enough, you can keep her down.
All right.
I would need you to then sit on her, keep her grounded, and keep the steak at the ready in case she goes bad.
Seb, help me
pick
hold
up
her.
Shotgun.
Oh.
Point.
Yeah.
Hi, honey. I'm sorry if that sounded really rude, but yeah, we have some questions, okay?
She's just staring at you, teeth clenched
You're
so hard.
welcome for bringing you back. That was my blood you had.
Like she's not making any
Oh,
sounds. Her
don't make
eyes
that
dart
face,
to the
honey.
shotgun.
It's okay. It's going to be okay. This is just for your own safety in case you go to frenzy, okay?
Fuck.
All right.
The fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are
I'm
you?
gonna
Let's
fuck
start
you up.
there. No, I don't think you can, but we can fuck you. Not literally gross, because you need some work, honey. But
Oh.
Fucking get you for this.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
You better fucking kill me, or I'm gonna rip your fucking head off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, contain that attitude because you are in no place to say that right now. We have questions, and if you want to live, maybe, then you're going to answer them.
You think you have what it takes to fucking kill me?
Absolutely. We almost
Yes,
did already.
we do.
All right,
fact,
gonna
See
dart
yourself. Now, are we going to do this the nice way, or are you going to do this the bad way?
I'm not
It's your
telling you
choice.
shit.
Of course.
Oh, yes, you
are. Okay. Okay. So, I don't think you want to take this off, Seb. I think you're very persuasive. And I think you might want to ask her some questions.
The skin around her mouth is like crackling open from when she moves her mouth. It's like,
Careful, honey. You're going to hurt yourself, okay?
I don't give a fuck about you.
Well, hi. This is
Yeah?
a bit awkward, but I'm afraid you've already told us a bit too much already. So I've got some questions
Yeah, sure.
about why you were collecting Thinbloods for that list.
You'd really like to fucking know that, wouldn't you? Bet it's keeping you up at night.
Most things do. Just answer the question and I won't blow your head off.
I'm as good as dead anyway, if I tell you. There's no point in me telling you anything.
I'd like to step out of the shadows and tell her that she's as good as dead now because we will put the stake back in and leave her for the dawn.
Oh shit!
She doesn't
You
say
got a
anything.
Lasombra with you?
She's the one that saved your life.
Oh,
You
great.
owe her.
Great, yeah, thanks. I owe you, I guess.
All right, well, if you're going to be a dick about it, you don't want to die, let's cut a deal.
Sure. It's not like I'm in a position to bargain for anything. What's your deal?
The deal is we don't turn you over to whoever you used to be mates with and you get yourself killed or whatever stupid nonsense you're into.
I shouldn't have fucking come to this city. Yeah, what do you want? What do you want to know?
Yeah. Well, I've already told you the question. Why are you collecting Thinbloods? And who are the people on the list?
I don't fucking know what they want, Thinbloods. I just did what they paid me to do.
Okay. Something simple then. Where were you going to take the Thinbloods?
I'm just gonna leave them there. Just wait for further instructions.
Instructions from who?
If I knew that, they sent me a shit ton of money with the promise of double that if I just did what they told me to and waited for further instructions.
Where are you from?
City of Angels.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Or
I just
part of
look
it
at the
maybe?
others. Technically, it's not against the rules if we just cook you.
Not at all.
You got your fucking traditions.
However-
You got traditions. You're not allowed to kill anyone. I know the traditions. Kevin Jackson
Yes.
is the only one who has the right to have me killed.
Uh-huh. Does he know you're here?
Are you part of
Right.
his court?
And will any of you tell him? Because I won't.
I don't. Technically, no one knows you're here. And if no one knows you're here...
All right,
no-
okay, fine,
and
fine. I have a...
Just... You got no protection,
Fuck me.
so...
Promise you're gonna let me go.
No.
I can promise that.
Yes, Stanley, we will let her go if she tells us what we want to know.
Well, if we let her go, she's dead. Right?
When she tells us what she wants to know, I don't care what happens to her.
If she goes back to LA, like a smart person, then
Yeah.
maybe she'll survive.
Yeah, like, Seb, was it? Yeah, like Seb says. Yeah, fine. I'll hey, I have a list in my pocket. You might want to read it.
We've read it.
Dead. What are those names? They're the people collecting?
They're people I was supposed to give a letter to. Which I
An
did.
invitation?
I don't fucking know. Do you think
Those
I read the
people-
letter?
I would
I
hope
don't know
you
how
did,
stupid you
but-
are.
I'm not stupid enough to read something that's being handed to fucking Tally. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, then you fucking know that I'm not gonna read something to him.
We're not stupid, whatever the fuck your name is. You don't have any addresses on this list. You don't have any invitations in your pocket or letters or whatever you want to call them. So we're not stupid.
It took me 3 nights to get a meeting with these people on neutral ground, but I got it. I gave them the letters and I told them the name. That's all I had to do. And I then just had to sit in that fucking basement until someone came and told me what to do. Then $500,000, just like that.
Aren't you a good little doggy? Do what you're told.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Just kill me then.
No,
like cock the shotgun like.
Look,
no.
It's a tempting offer.
I was told to give them the letter, and I was told to tell them Michael. All right? That's all I was told. Michael. Yes. Mikael, they said, but Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You have been extremely helpful.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Does anything else come to mind that we would like to know?
Yeah, who does your hair?
Oh, I don't think they want to know this. I meant the collective we, so something that happened. Like, how did you track? How did you?
Oh.
Hello, I'm talking to you. How did you track? How did you find the Thinbloods? Like, for example, the girl. How did
With
you track
enough
them
money,
down?
you can find whoever the fuck you want in this city.
So you paid the thugs that were working for you. Is that what it was?
Would you pay?
Pay them. Fuck, I don't know. I promised them $10,000 each. I haven't paid them yet.
Well, I don't think you'll need to at this point, so you're welcome for saving your money.
You killed them?
No, they ran away. I don't think they want anything to do with you.
If you're looking for them, they'll probably be in the hospital treating a few bee stings.
Hope some of them are allergic. Anyway.
Yeah, all right.
So here's the deal, I suppose. So we did have a deal that we will let you go.
Yeah, the deal was that you let me go if I told you everything, and I fucking told you everything.
Not everything.
So what haven't I told you?
You keep using these words. They said to go here. They gave me the money. They're gonna pay me. How do you know? Where are you getting it from? Is it in a messenger? Is it in a wax cylinder? Where is it coming from? Do you have a dead drop point? We're not stupid.
Phone number? Is it an email? Is it
a friend of a friend?
No, not friend of a friend.
It was some fucking Russian, all right? She just told me she came by, she picked up a few of us, told us to go to Chicago, get the fucking people we needed.
Let's try that again, but with names or surnames.
Stanislav?
Like nicknames.
Stanislav? That name?
Yeah.
Sound familiar?
Yeah, Stanislav, that's her fucking name.
Oh,
you spilled
boy.
so many beans, mate. Oh.
Yeah.
They're probably going to kill you for that.
Yeah,
But,
no fucking shit, but you were going to kill me anyway, so what?
No,
You bet your ass we are.
I'm not going to shoot a gun in the middle of nowhere.
No one's saying you
That
have
shoots
to.
fire. That's
We have,
stupid.
90 minutes till dawn?
Yeah.
She can crawl her ass somewhere safe.
Yeah.
She can live.
We're kindred of our words, I assume. I'll speak for myself. I'm a kindred of my words. So if you can run fast enough and no one kills you, then have a good life. Death, whatever.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good thing right now. I think that's what we're willing to do. Does that sound like a good trait to you?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Oh, I'm so glad we could make this deal then. So, is there anything else that we want to ask her before we gotta go? I can call us a cab.
She doesn't get a cab.
Can I just
No,
go?
we get a cab. Well, I wanted to check with you guys if there's anything else you wanted to check.
I suppose there's no reason to.
Ah, fuck!
talk
I got a
any
fucking
longer.
hole in my.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We had to keep you steady, you see. But so I just wanted to check some stuff with you. Like, does the name Lada
More-
mean anything to you?
I don't fucking Lada.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No.
Who's Lada?
Well, we're trying to find out. So, yeah, that's good. I think it's okay then. I don't have anything else on my list. We good?
No, I'm good.
Good. You get like 90 minutes to run.
If we're dealing with Russians and we're talking about Lada,
Mm-hmm.
could it be a reference to automobiles?
No, because Lada is the Slavic goddess of beauty and fertility.
Oh yes,
I-
correct. You got
Can
that.
I go?
Yeah.
Yes, go.
Please.
All right. She gets up like, fuck. Oh shit.
Mm.
I stand out the way of the door.
There's homeless people out back if you're hungry.
Don't give her feeding tips.
Thanks.
I mean, listen, at this point, it's all about running, not so
See
much
ya.
about.
She goes.
You're welcome.
Later.
She kind of hobbles out, and she is out. She's gone, and you can tell that Sylvia has been holding it back. Like she wanted to jump this woman from the beginning, but she's kind of, her hands are balled into fists. Like, you're just gonna let her fucking go after what she did to me?
We made a deal.
Listen here. Here's the deal. Whoever catches up to her, or if she dies in the sunlight, is going to be much worse than what we can do right now.
All right, I just want to go home.
And to be fair, we may have been bluffing about Prince Jackson knowing that she was here. We don't really know.
Yes.
Anyway,
Least I don't.
I will get us a cab because that's the fastest way to drop you off wherever you need to be. You're welcome. So I'll go do that and get away from this stinking place.
Of course.
Yes.
Go and call the cab.
All right, I seriously, I owe you guys big time. Sorry for being a dick. It's been a really fucking long time, and I just want to go home, and I want to sleep.
It's all right.
Yes.
I understand. Rest
It's
well.
okay, honey. You need to get together and stuff. Sorry for calling you honey. It's like it's a reflex.
Yeah, it's kind of patronizing, but that's fine. Whatever.
She does that.
I'm sorry. It's just.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
take care of yourself.
All right. If you need anything, Stanley, you know where to get me.
Of course.
Thanks again, and tell Ben I'm gonna tell him myself. Shit. They took my fucking phone. All right. I'll see you later. She kind of leaves as well.
Bye, Sylvia.
Okay. I don't know. And then wait. She said he took her phone.
Might have been the phone that was in whatever Hot Dog's pocket.
It's kind of messed up.
Because if they have her phone, they might have numbers to other friends of hers and to other Thinbloods.
I'm sorry if she's keeping those types of things not on lockdown. I don't know. I don't use those devices. That's how they catch you.
And
doubt
to be
you would.
honest, can any of us do anything with tracing or,
I mean, I could remove the
techno-sleuthing?
SIM card or something along those lines, see what I can find from there, but tech isn't really my...
I'm not
Hey.
that savvy.
Yeah.
I am just aware of these things. I couldn't do this for us. I think I could try. I can try to look into it technically, but for now, Stanley, you should whatever her friends were. If you have means of contacting them to telling them to be to stay alert or whatever. If there's someone else trying to pick them up, you probably
Stay in
should tell them.
groups.
Yeah.
I believe
all.
I mentioned that strategy at the last meeting,
Sounds good.
since we've been losing people for a little while now.
How long?
How long has it been?
Since when? Sorry.
Since we started losing people.
Hard to tell. Like Ben told you, he hasn't seen Sylvia in 5 days, but it's been a couple of days for sure, but not too long, not more
Okay.
than 3 or 4 days.
Gathering
Yeah.
party favors then.
So
Takes
it would
time.
seem-
Well, here's the deal. The taxi is gonna pick us up a block from here because I didn't want him to stop at the church and stuff. So,
All
But
right.
yeah,
We do know, however, how much the cab fare is now. Someone was very kind to inform us the Chicago cab
Thank
fare.
you.
So I'm gonna-
This is what chat's for doing the.
Thank
Outrageously
you.
expensive is the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of money on cab fare in the middle
Yeah.
of Chicago.
Well, one of us should have gotten a driver's license at this point.
No, Giulia, you should have Uber X or something.
Oh, good idea.
It's $3.25 plus $2.25 per additional mile. Each additional passenger is $1 extra.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money.
That's nothing compared to New York.
All right.
Yeah.
Stanley goes, yeah.
Perfect. And it's 20 cents for every 36 seconds. Perfect. You get into the cab and you head to your havens, I suppose, for the night, because it is getting bright outside. You make it back in time, though. No worries.
Seb mentions in the cab on the way home, I think this was a really good team building exercise. And it's made me think about all of you in very different ways to how I initially... First impressions you might need to work on, but like...
That's your forte. It's okay. I pat his cheek.
It's been convenient to work with you up until now because it met my ends. I really want to meet the big cheese.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some shifty stuff going down. I want to make sure we're all on the same page as to why we're doing this. So maybe tomorrow night.
All right.
It's fair. Where?
You want to meet at the club again or somewhere slightly more low key?
How about a cafe or something near the club? Because I think Stanley had some trouble getting in. Unless you want to put him on your VIP list or something.
No, that's for VIPs.
Ouch. Ouch.
To be fair, I had no trouble.
Isn't he a VIP now?
Yeah, but you only get +1, right? And he's bringing a lot more people with him.
Yeah, and bees don't buy drinks, which
None of us buy drinks,
Fair.
Seb.
Yeah.
could at least keep up the appearance. Just saying. Sure. Let's go to a cafe.
All right.
Nearby, just a bar. What's the closest one?
Yeah, there's probably a dive bar real close.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Close to Club Esoteric. You know me in text messages. It's hard.
Yeah, should be okay. I'll look into the phone situation and see if there's something I can come up with or something I can do. But yeah, I'll update you tomorrow.
And you
I have a friend I could call, so we'll see if they know a little bit more than me.
And as for the plan tomorrow night, I'm guessing we're just stealing an invite from Sunche, right?
So it would seem
Easy.
Super easy.
No difficulty there.
No shotgun.
Thank you for keeping your head out there, Marie. I was quite all right.
Thanks. Happy to help. Always.
I like the work you're doing on your attitude. Even if it does drip a little bit of sarcasm, but you know, small steps. All right, off we go.
Yes.
Sleep tight.
You all make your way back to your havens just in time before the sun gets above the horizon, the hurting, painful sun. And as you fall asleep, your bodies become as if you were dead. Your blood becomes almost gelatinous inside your bodies, like Everything is just, if they found you, you would be a corpse. There would be nothing to indicate that you were one of the Walking Dead. You all have your different arrangements in place, your safe havens, your safe spots where you can relax, take your shoes off, so to speak. And as the people of Chicago mill about on their day, they have their coffees, they have their brunches, lunch, Chicago hot dogs, cursing the cold because it is in the middle of the end of December. You remain blissfully unaware. But as the sun sets, you begin to stir once again, and you wake up to another night in Chicago. And I would like everyone to roll a rouse check, please.
How do we do that again?
There is a little rouse check button. So
Yeah, if you scroll to
Sebastian
the
becomes
bottom.
hungry, Stanley gets hungry, Giulia gets hungry, and Marie does not get hungry. So that means that the three of you add 1 dot to your hunger. I think that would mean that Marie, you're still on 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really read. Let me see here. Giulia, you're on 3. You're hungry.
No, I just added a dot, so I was
okay,
on
okay.
1.
Okay,
So
I'm on
Stanley.
3, so I'm hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry, Stanley. And Sebastian, you're on 2. So you could definitely go for a bite. What do you do when you wake up? When did you decide to meet? Right after waking hours or further into the night?
Yeah, Seb, you setting up the meeting.
Probably relatively soon after waking up.
Hmm.
Well, it's winter, so like what, we're getting up at 5 p.m.?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I mean, hey, let's
That's
not
true,
waste
that's true.
time.
That's a lot of time.
Not wasting moonlight.
Exactly.
Is there a way that, like, can we grab a bite? Can I try to grab a bite on the way?
Certainly, you could try hunting. How do you do that?
As discreetly as possible. Like, is there someone,
Do you
because
just-
it's like getting dark?
Yeah, do you
Huh?
just pick someone off the street, or do you go to a bar, or what do you do?
Yeah, I suppose I don't have time to wait for someone to fall asleep or something. So
Well, you don't have to hunt that way, just because that's your preferred.
yeah, I think I'll go to a bar and just down in the hotel lobby or something,
All right.
and see if there's someone that I can
Right. Getting a little bit
charm a
confused.
little bit.
It's okay. I'm getting a little bit confused about chat right now. Someone's telling me this is Atlanta, not Chicago, not Atlanta. I don't get it. I want to speed things along, so I would like you to make a roll to see how well you do this. What would be a good roll? I guess it would be charisma or manipulation and persuasion, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. I can do this. Persuasion is okay. I see it, and then charisma. No, manipulation. You said.
Either or.
Let me check. Manipulation.
All right.
1 die more.
And the result is in. There's 4 successes. So describe the person you're picking up for this little feast.
Someone a little bit of a wallflower. Someone a little bit that doesn't like stand out too much, but it's kind of cute at least.
Specific.
Doesn't matter which sex.
You find a woman who is fitting that description perfectly. Seems like she's out with her friends, but they've kind of left her behind when they've gone off to dance. And you're used to this by now. You've been at it for a couple of years. The right words, the right touches. She's like butter in your hands, and soon enough, you're taking the blood, whichever way you want to do it.
I lay on take my Italian accent, and I'd be like, I'm new in town and stuff. So I try to butter her up with the exotic situation, yeah, and then come on to her, and yeah, I just kind of like kiss her
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in the shadows more of the side.
Yeah, she does not fight it. She's very into it, and she lets out a little gasp as you break the skin with your teeth, and you're ready to feed. The kiss having its effect on her. How much blood do you take?
How much can I take?
Well, you're at hunger 3, right? No, hunger 2.
Hunger 2.
Hunger 2. You can take 1, or you can take 2. Why not? That way, you'll be able to do whatever you want tonight. It'll be fine. It's okay.
I don't want drama, though. It's okay, Hunger. You know, we've been through this.
You don't want drama. Sorry, you're a walking drama magnet. What are you talking about?
Listen, this is a different kind of drama, okay? Like,
come on.
Some of it is
nobody's gonna miss
good.
her.
No, but she's cute. Come on, it's okay. Besides, the people would see and stuff, and I got places to be. I don't want to deal with this tonight.
You know what they say? Beauty should die young. You know. But
then what am I? Then what am I? Sorry.
Fair point. I give up. The hunger goes.
Duh.
The hunger goes away.
I stop feeding and I look at her. Oh, but you look so pale. You should go sit down.
She's knocked out. She's knocked out.
I go sit her down and I'd be like, I'll be fine. Just relax a little.
Sure. She's just half asleep already. So
I go get her a glass of water at the bar. But like, my friend's not feeling well. Can I get a glass of water? And I bring a glass of water to her. And I'm like, here, drink. Maybe you'll feel better.
She takes the glass and slowly drinks from it, but she's
I'm being called out, but you know, you have to. You have your friends are here on the dance floor. You said.
Yeah, they're here.
Okay, just rest, all right, and try to drink. Sure. It's going to be okay.
Thank you. Can I call you?
Yeah, sure.
All right. She kind of just almost falls asleep.
I fix her hair a little bit and then I go.
Right.
Also, I forgot to say, but before I went to sleep, I sent an email to my friend and I just asked him that how hard, like I asked him questions about how hard would it be to track phone calls and stuff like that, and if someone got their phone stolen, like is there a way to track it? What can we do? That I have a friend, but I don't actually say anything. I just say like, if there's a phone stolen, how, just
what do you want to do?
I just tried to see if there's some kind of because I'm not familiar myself with the technology that it would take, how the police tracks down stolen phones. There's a chip to do that and stuff like that.
I mean, do you want me to explain how it's tracked down, or do you want me to track down a phone?
You can explain it to me. I don't want to get you in trouble, you know.
No, that ain't no trouble. I've done that multiple times.
I know. I'm sorry. You know, it's just there's this girl and her phone was stolen, and I want to help her. I just want to figure out if there's a way to do that. And
stolen
phone. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna, because you know they might be trying to play a prank on her friends and stuff like that. And she's a good girl, so I want to see if I can find it or something.
Yeah, sure. Well, you're gonna need some special software for it. You're gonna have to know the register number of the phone. Like, he goes through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I just read this stuff.
He gives you the rundown. Might be a bit like, you'd need a lot of information about the phone to be able. Well, not a lot of information, but you're gonna have to. There's a lot of stuff that might be a bit difficult to pull off yourself. He might be able to do it, but you don't think you can do it.
Well, thank you very much. I don't want to get the police involved because I don't know if it's kids, if it's
Giulia,
just a prank.
Giulia, you don't want to get the police involved. You know me. I don't want to get the police involved.
Fine, but
This
you
is
know,
this
I
is your
want
this is
to
your this is your
explain.
contact, right? Your
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to get the police involved. What you want to do with the phone, I'm not going to question you, but I can track it for you if you want.
Could you?
Yeah, sure. I need the phone number. I need the and he just lists some stuff that you might be able to get from Sylvia.
Okay, I write it down, everything that he needs.
All right. Okay, but you're gonna owe me.
Yes, don't worry about it. Just think of what you would like in return, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right?
All right, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I'm done. And
Bye-bye. What? Yeah?
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm good. That's all I wanted to do for fun.
All right. Anyone else doing something before you meet up?
I'm just going to grab a bite to eat, but beyond that, nothing else.
Okay, and sorry, Seb, I didn't hear what you said.
I would just like to know whether the 4 superficial willpower and 1 health willpower, superficial damage I've taken is gone.
How much do you heal superficial per day? Is it?
The way I've done it, I can't remember exactly what it is in the book, but it is the highest between resolve and composure.
Superficial damage.
And I think for health, it's stamina.
Yeah, that makes sense. Superficial health. At the beginning of a session, vampires and mortals alike can remove a number of superficial damage levels up to their composure or resolve ratings. So yeah, you get everyone who's used willpower, you get either your composure or resolve rating back because it's a new night. And health-wise, yes, you get up to your stamina if it's superficial. I don't think anyone took aggravated damage, correct?
Correct.
None of us.
And no lethal. They don't have lethal anymore?
No, they only
it's all aggravated. All right, gotcha. That makes it easier, actually. So yeah, if you get your composure or your resolve back in willpower. And Stanley, you're out hunting. What do you go for? Do you go for a quick snack or what's
Just
your
a quick
modus
snack.
operandi?
I'm gonna try and, I don't know, hide in a dark alley, wait for somebody alone to walk by, and just pull them in.
All right, fair enough. You do that. You want to roll a? Would that be strength stealth, perhaps? Or, guess that would.
Perhaps that could work.
That's a weird combination, but I feel like it would be suitable for this. And you got 7 successes. God damn, you people are rolling like gods tonight. That is a critical. That's another critical. Yeah, you just someone's like, yes, I was talking to my friends. Whoop, and he gets pulled into the alley, and you got the fangs in. No one saw it. It was perfect. You could almost put the guy back out on the street again, and he'd keep walking, not knowing what was going on. Of course, he's going to be short a few pints of blood.
Yeah, I'm going to take him 2 dots.
Oof, yeah. He's
going to be a little woozy.
Yeah, apparently, like, you hear the voice from the phone going like, hey, did you drop your phone again, man? All right, I'll call you back in like a minute. And it's just perfect. Everything
and I'll
goes
call him
perfectly.
an ambulance.
Yeah. You take 2 points of blood. Yeah, he's not looking like he's doing too well, but not in a really bad state. But you call for an ambulance, and you also realize when you've woken up that you've lost quite a number of hornets. A few of them were killed by the guards, and quite a few of them actually died suffocated or otherwise were hurt in the fire. You're not like, obviously you got the queen left, but they're not super happy right now. It's gonna take a little while for them to recover.
Yeah, I guess I'm low on hornets for the time being.
A little bit. You could still.
I'll have to be conservative with my hornet use.
Yeah, you have to. I cannot think of a bee pun, so let's.
You have to be careful.
Yeah, I was gonna go for
terrible.
that, but it was too bad. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just need to behave a little bit, I guess. And you all meet up. You'll all meet up at.
Can I say something?
Yes, Marie.
As an aside, I immediately go to whatever dive cafe thing that they described.
Yeah.
As an aside to you though, although I'm not feeding, even though I'm at 2 hunger, I in the midst of our conversation, whatever that may be, I will be on the lookout for anyone I see who's eating and maybe praying before they eat, so that I might grab something to go if they go to the bathroom.
Of course. Strange place to look for this, but I'll
Not,
keep
in,
it.
not in America.
That's fair point. Even in Chicago.
Not in America, it's not.
All right. Wow.
You might even see some of this before they eat.
Different
Yeah.
worlds.
Wow.
Different worlds. I've never seen that in my life.
I love Harry's like,
Never
yeah.
seen someone go
Yeah.
like that before they eat.
Never.
Before they eat? No, that's not a thing.
Never.
I mean, I know that's not like I've traveled a good bit. I know that's not a thing other places, but like you've never seen somebody real. Okay.
You've
No.
never heard somebody go into a restaurant and go, "Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this food that you have placed before us."
Never.
Never heard someone say that?
Never.
All right.
And I've been in Catholic. I've been Catholic
Yeah.
passively because of my family and stuff like that. And I went to Catholic school for like 17 years altogether. And
It's America. It's American.
I don't do that. And no one in my family does that.
I mean, it's
Last person I
tradition.
saw do that is my grandma, I think.
Traditions differ, I guess.
Yep.
But then I'll keep that in mind for what you're looking for. I certainly didn't. Yeah.
A male doing it.
All right. Gotcha. So you all gather at the, what do we want to call this place? The Corner. It's called the Corner. Convenient
Oh,
name for
sucks.
convenient place. And it's it would be Monday today because it is the 30th, which means that it's pretty empty. It's a dive bar, so obviously there's going to be your usual locals, but they're pretty deep in their beer at the moment. And Marie, you're there first, of course. Seb joins you fairly soon afterwards. Last to appear would be Giulia, because Stanley, you appeared a little bit before her. You find a little, what is it called? A little stall to sit in. And, of course, you got a waitress coming up saying, "Well, what can I get you guys?"
I'll have a coffee.
Just some sugar water. If that makes any sense.
All right. Sugar what? Like soda sugar water?
No, just get water and put sugar in it.
All right, but we're going to charge you for the...
Absolutely.
All right, okay. And you wanted coffee?
Black.
Black coffee. All right. And for the gentleman?
Have a muffin.
All right, I'll see what I can do. And for the lady?
Oh, a lot. Do you have lattes here? Cappuccino? Espresso?
Uh,
She'll have a coffee. Also black.
coffee. Gotcha. Coffee black. I'll run it through the machine twice.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Gotcha. All right, I'll be right back.
Sorry, I'm late. First of all, I had to do some stuff before I came here, but I have some news. So basically, I got someone on the case about the phone. So we'll see where it is and what it's doing and what can be done about it. All right. So that's taken care of. I'll see tomorrow. But I just, I will do. I do need the phone number. And I list the things that he told me. And I show them to Stanley. Is this anything that you can give me? That you can ask her to give you?
Yeah, it should be
suppose it
doable.
is.
It should be doable. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking.
Oh, sorry.
I-
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Nothing. Yeah.
I give him like a sticky note that I tear off out of my
A post-it?
like a little a post-it note, and I give it to him. I need these things.
You need these names. Well, when I receive the phone call later today, then tonight, I'll ask.
Yeah, just ask her about these things, and then we can get her phone back and figure out where it is. Potentially, maybe even depending on who took the phone, we can also track them down. So
Mm-hmm.
During your walking here, I forgot to mention, Stanley, you have received a text
Brilliant.
with a phone number attached to it. And 1B is written out. Like, you know, the code for that means 1 boon. So it's not
Yep.
like 1B, anything like that. It's just 1 boon.
Yeah.
They've checked you out during the night, your number. So you got the number to Sierra Moburis, which is not actually the same number as the one on the card to her hotel.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What
So
you got
just
for
her
us,
phone
Stanley?
number or her? Just her phone number? Just.
Just the phone number.
Oh.
Because you wanted
Alright.
you wanted the phone number to Sierra Moburis. That's what you asked for.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. So then we should call Sierra first. Well, should we call Sierra?
Well, if she doesn't have her phone, then we're gonna get someone else in the line. If the phone isn't dead.
He means Sierra, not Sylvia.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm still waking up. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
If anyone would call her, I still think it should be Seb. He can meet her somewhere, flirt with her, whatever it is that Ventrue do.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, what do
I'm
you think,
fine.
Seb? Yeah.
I'm okay with meeting with Sierra. I don't know if she will be happy or sad that we know her sire's into the finer things in life. So I can go do that.
Maybe
You-
you can just sort of skirt around it and see if you can find out something without directly asking her.
Yeah. Yeah. I could do that.
Or we could detain her.
I
Let's
don't.
not.
Yeah. Like,
Let's start nice
the
first.
Lasombra are dangerous as it is, and especially the way she came into the city was a bit, eventful. So,
You make a
It was-
compelling point.
fire involved. I can talk to her, and I think I'll be all right to do that alone. If you lot want to go and steal an invite from Sunchi.
I want to go to the rehabilitation center. That is
Yeah,
where I'm going
exactly.
tonight.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm.
I
I don't
have
care who
a
comes with me.
feeling that we want to be together for that. Because if there's a cult involved where not many people survive, I think you don't want to go there alone.
She's not the only survivor of a cult. Don't worry about me.
I'll go with.
I think we should all go.
Why don't you go with Seb and charm Sierra? Make sure Seb doesn't give away too many of our secrets.
I don't know enough of your secrets. But speaking of cults, how did you actually end up in the city? Like, there's got to be a story there. And you seem on the up and up. Clearly grumpy about something, but like...
Seb, you're not stupid. You know how most Lasombra ended up here in Chicago in the Camarilla.
Well, I was trying
What are
to be-
you asking?
I'm trying to be tactful.
Don't.
What was the price?
An elder. My sire.
Right.
Giulia knows. Giulia helped me bring him here.
I mean, you do what you got to do, right?
She didn't help me stake him. She didn't help me bag him. She didn't help me get the U-Haul. She just helped me get here.
Oh.
I don't drive.
So we have something in common. Not too fond of sires.
Oh.
Good.
Well, tit for tat, Seb. I shared one secret. Your turn.
What do you want to know?
What don't you like about your sire?
A great many things, but among them, the fact that I am bound to her stupid desires. She doesn't know how to run a business. She doesn't know squat about music. And there's nothing I can say that will change her mind, because she just changes mine. And it hurts. And I want to change that.
It hurts. You care about your sire.
No, I care about myself.
That's
I'm
understandable.
sorry.
Mm.
Hard to relate.
I suppose if we're going around the circle spilling secrets, I might as well pitch in. I used to deal drugs. That's something worth sharing.
Is that how you know Thinbloods?
Yeah, it's exactly how I know them.
As a mortal or a kindred, Stanley?
As a mortal,
Hmm.
then a bit as a kindred. But I'm done. The only problem is I've got a number of people on my ass. Now that wouldn't be a problem, of course, except those people, they might find out that I have a family. I don't stay in contact with this family, but I don't want them to get caught up in all of this, you know?
Everyone has someone they left behind.
Yeah.
What about you, Giulia? Obviously, you are much older than us. You were able to rouse Hot Dog Woman from her torpor. Do you have someone
didn't know.
behind?
I have someone I care about here. That's why I came here. And I've got some family business to attend to. And this family is pretty resourceful. So as an extension, I should technically be a bit more resourceful and helpful to you guys. But
Subtle, Giulia.
listen, we were spelling secrets, so you know. Is that okay? Does that work? Am I off the hook? Can I keep my secrets for another time? The rest of them?
Sure.
You can
I
keep
don't
your
know
secrets
how-
to yourself.
You're sweet. Thank you. Okay, so plan of action.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking. I think Seb has better chances alone. And I should go with you guys because while I'm not super versed in, being super great at it, and I'm really not thrilled about being in any kind of combat that happens. There's a lot of stuff at stake, but I can provide ways out quickly for you guys.
I'm not
Do you-
so hot on the fighting as you might have noticed.
Yes.
I do not want Seb going alone. Don't repeat it. Don't remind me I said it.
Do you want me to cover
There
him?
are 4 of us. I do not think we should allow one of us to go separately while 2 of us go somewhere else.
That's
about
a fair
this?
3 of us.
point. Hmm.
How about this? We have a face, and we have, I guess you could say, a fist for each group. I'll go with
Yes.
Seb. I'll stay in the shadows, keep watch. You do the same. How does that
Yes.
sound?
I agree.
A little reminder, of course, since you read the letter from last year's events, that the invitations were a +1 thing.
So we only need 2.
That would be for 4 people, yes. Of course, the rules could have changed, but seems unlikely.
Well, let's hope that Sierra has one.
Yes. Let's.
I'm ready whenever you are, Giulia. Another road trip?
Yay. Let's go.
As an aside, before we leave, I want to take Josh aside for 1 second, since I assume I didn't see anybody praying over their food. Unfortunately. Take Seb aside and just say to him, I understand that I'm difficult to work with. I understand I'm not pleasant to be around. But you came and talked to me at Elysium when no one else did. You offered me a place in your coterie, and that's not nothing. And you have my services as far as I can give them. I just want you to know that in case I don't see you again.
Cheers. Back at you.
Groovy. And then I go.
Perfect. Unfortunately, there was no one praying, I'm afraid.
Well, can't have everything.
No, but it's pretty late and it's a dive bar, so. But you're keeping your eyes peeled on the way. So if I understood correctly, Stanley and Seb are going to reach out to Sierra and Buras, and Marie and Giulia are going to the women's rehabilitation clinic, or rehabilitation office anyway. So who wants to go first?
We can.
All right. Perfect. So, what do? Are you calling the number?
Seb, I think you should.
Yeah. Just gotta psych myself up. It's harder to turn on the charm over a phone, and also on a number I probably shouldn't have. So, let's do this.
Okay, yeah. I'll keep the buzzing to a minimum.
Yeah. You call, and the phone is answered fairly quickly. But the signal is heavily distorted. It's like... Yes, hello? You're on speakerphone. This is Sierra.
Hey, this is Seb.
Oh!
I really enjoyed meeting you the other night, and
Oh, Seb, hi. Hi, how are you? She her tone changes completely. She was very formal until now. She's warm. Hi, I didn't expect you to call so soon.
well, it's just New Year's coming up real soon. I wanted to see if you wanted to hang out and figure out if there's somewhere we can go tonight, and then make preparations for a party. Do you have the time?
I mean, I was going to call you about New Year's, but I hadn't worked those out yet. I got up like an hour ago. I'm a little bit busy tonight. Was there something specific you wanted help with? Like, it's very hard to even make out what she's saying through the distortion, but you can hear
I cover the mouthpiece and I mouth, shall I tell her about Tally? We
That's
both
up
just
to
go, oh.
You're supposed to be the smooth talker.
God damn it. Stop being
Seb?
right. Hey, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Interference is difficult to
Yeah,
get through.
sorry about that. Yeah.
So it's business mixing with pleasure, I'm afraid. It's about... do you know a guy called Tally?
The distortion grows a little heavier for a second. And then slowly she goes, why?
Because there might be some untoward things they're involved with, and I just wanted to make sure that you're okay.
Seb, why are you asking about Tally? Have you met him?
No. Should I have? I don't know if they're at Elysium.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable about this. What exactly are you asking me?
I wanted to know if they're gonna do something dangerous.
That's the way you're making this sound, Seb, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to answer to this question. You're aware of my clan's reputation right now in the Camarilla, correct?
Exactly. And I've recently met a Lasombra who has proven themselves time and again and has brought a lot of credibility with me for your clan. So I want to do you a solid. I want to make sure that nothing goes wrong for you and Chicago.
Is this about the New Year's celebration?
Um,
The New Year's celebration.
yeah.
Why did you call me about it?
'Cause I wanted to make sure that you knew what was going on.
Right? I'm glad you didn't say you wanted to make sure I was all right, because I was about to call your bullshit. I'm all right. I'm not going to that party. Are you?
Maybe.
That's not exactly encouraging to hear.
Well,
You're aware what kind of party it is, correct?
I've heard stories.
And you want to go.
We have investments in people that might get hurt at that party. So I don't want to join in, but I do want to go.
And you want to make sure that I'm not going.
I can't. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going. But thank you for your consideration. I decided after I spoke with Tally that it wasn't really for me.
And like you said, your clan is in a precarious position.
That's correct.
So I don't suppose you've had an invitation.
I had one. I don't have it anymore.
Could you tell me where it went?
I destroyed it.
I'm not going to blame you for that.
But it's interesting that you would ask, because I do know someone who has one.
Oh.
Who's not going. Are you interested?
Yeah, I am.
Let me make a few calls. I'll get back to you.
Hopefully, with what remains of New Year's, maybe we can actually do something more fun than whatever's going to happen down there.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Cool.
I'll call you soon.
Thank you.
She hangs up.
That was like I just go straight to Sam. That was like a 50-50. She was going to tear my head off or something.
Yeah, it seems like you did well. How about the invitation?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. You've secured yourself a date, but not secured us an invitation.
I trust her. She'll come through.
She'd better.
There's a ring on your phone again.
Mine or Josh?
I look at it
on
like it might explode.
On Seb's phone, yeah. It's an unknown number, unknown caller.
Oh.
Gulp.
Well, do your thing.
Hello?
Is that you, old boy? Sebastian, isn't it?
That's my name, sir.
Oh, there's no need for formalities, boy. Now, I've heard you're interested in attending a certain event tonight.
Yes.
Or rather, tomorrow night. Make your way to Hangar 6 at the Midway. I'll see you there in half an hour.
Of course.
Excellent. Always wanted to do business with one of yours. Old Loden, old Blue Eyes. He was always big. I was always a big fan of his. Want to see if you can match up to him.
Glad to hear it.
Bring your friends.
I will. Thank you very much. You have a good night.
My pleasure. Click.
Fuck. Well,
So,
just going to assume that was Tally.
yeah.
Good news, Tally won't be going, and therefore some ancient Lasombra, terrifying, etc., etc. Knows Loden, though, apparently. Knows of
Oh.
Loden. Don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for me.
Hmm.
So I will let the others know when and where we can meet, if they want to
Brilliant.
come along.
I'll definitely be there. But
And Seb fires off a couple of messages.
And the messages are received. What do they say, the messages?
They say, opportunity for +1 at so-and-so place, so-and-so time.
Yeah, at the
hangar.
Hangar 6 at the Midway Airport, which is about 6 miles away from where you are. Not too far away. It's a smaller airport. Maybe 10 miles.
I assume Giulia can just read that out to me. Or maybe I see it as it flickers.
I always forget that that's a real problem for you.
It's like a super problem for me.
Yeah, talking to the guy was like speaking into a gramophone. It's like
And I was muted. Good job, me. But yeah, she reads it out. She's like, okay, they're going to that place. We're in a cab, I guess, or somewhere. We're going to that
The rehab center.
you're going to the rehab center. If you go to the rehab center, you will not make it to the airport in 30 minutes.
So we're on the way still when we receive the message.
Yes, you're on the way.
I asked Giulia to text him back, and since there's no specifics, just a +1, like +1 for all of us or +1 for him.
You know what? I'll just call him. Like,
Go for it.
Calling in 2019? What is this?
No
I
one
know.
needs to do that. Ew.
Gross.
I just call him back.
Your phone is making a weird sound. No. Yeah, you get a call from Giulia.
Hey. Good
Hey.
news?
Yeah, good job, you guys. Oh my gosh. But I don't know, like, should we like just not go to the place then? Do you want us to turn around? Because we're not there yet. We're not gonna make it otherwise.
Yeah, tricky. We can go over there afterwards, right? I mean, they don't know we're coming.
No. Okay, well, yeah. I suppose that's a bit better. I'm kind of feeling better if we all go there together.
Giulia,
Yeah?
who did he talk to? Who are we meeting?
He heard you, I think. Did you hear her?
Yeah. It's not good.
I can tell by the sound of your voice.
So I spoke to
Great.
Sierra, and Sierra knows someone who has an invite. So it probably will only cover 2 of us. I guess we'll find out whether we need to invade.
Who is
a
it,
cult.
Seb?
I don't know for
stop
sure.
pussyfooting. We know who it is.
Probably Tally.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. Listen, sir, we're gonna have to go to the and I give him the
The Midway Airport.
Yeah. We need to be there in half an hour. Will we make it?
Yeah, yeah, sure. It's not too far away.
Thank you. Sorry for the derailing.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. He just enters a new address in the GPS, and off
I guess
you
we're
go.
on our way then.
Yeah,
He's actually
Marie.
having some issues with the GPS. It's like slapping it a few times. The display is flickering a bit.
Well, sort of on our way, hopefully. Yeah.
Fucking thing.
Marie,
Yeah.
if you know of any reason, for instance, someone's untimely demise, that you shouldn't be there, then that's okay. We'll cover for you.
I really don't know. Quick rundown on me. I don't know a lot. I like to pretend like I do. I like to put up a front like I do. I don't know how Tally's going to feel if he knows what I did to get into the Camarilla.
Well,
Because yes, offering up elders is all fine. Bring up your sire is a little bit more personal.
It's ballsy.
well, I'm sure we all have your back if things go south. So
You don't have
You're
to
not. You
actually
can't
go.
have my back against Tally, Seb. Don't be ridiculous.
I just whispered to Stan, like, should we go get the shotgun?
I think so.
You have it hidden close by.
Brilliant.
I leave it up to your discretion if you want me there or not. If not, I can wait wherever you want me.
Come. It'll be fine.
I
Oh,
would like
yes.
to try and keep this civil, just for the record. So yeah, we're gonna try.
As civil
And-
as the glory pit, Giulia.
Yeah. No, I have higher expectations of tonight. Just a little bit higher.
Well, hope springs eternal.
I'll
Good
see
thing
you
we
there.
do too, huh? Okay, let's go.
So off you go to the airport, Midway. Everyone is heading there. You get your shotgun with you, correct?
Not that it's gonna do anything,
Give
but
it to Stanley.
Yes, I can hide in the shadows with it, perhaps.
That's gonna be perfectly fine fighting Lasombra to hide in the shadows.
Oh yeah, probably shouldn't be doing that.
I was gonna say.
You head to the airport. It is by far not as busy as O'Hare, but it's still fairly busy. It's a regional airport. Hangar 6 is it's a bit tricky to get there, but you managed to find your way in. That's yeah, I guess there would be a security net around the security fence around the airport. There would be. You drive up to the the taxi driver drop you off, of course. How do you approach Hangar 6? You're outside the airport.
I'll send a wasp, just one wasp, to go take a look in and report back.
It goes flying into the hangar. You're not close to the hangar, so it's gonna take a while for it to get there.
Yeah.
But while you do that, Seb, what do? You said you were doing something.
I just go straight up to the security booth. I say, "Hey, don't suppose you could help us and let us in to Hangar 6?"
Do you have the
just dominate?
Oh yeah, sure. Just walk past. It's fine.
Just stride past with a shotgun.
I mean, he's just like, yeah. You just it's right over there. It's being repaired.
Yeah, I
This
just
guy's
tell
gonna
him
get
to let us
fired.
in.
Have a
basically.
great night.
Take care.
You too.
Good night. Yeah.
Well, I sure hope Giulia's good at doing stuff like that.
I mean, don't we meet up first?
Yeah, are we
Yeah,
all there?
Yeah, I assumed you all arrived at roughly the same
Okay,
time. Yeah.
because they would have gotten there first.
It's roughly the same distance.
All right,
You-
good.
You met
Thank
up.
God.
Yeah.
I love it when you do that. That's so nice.
Anything for you lot.
Stanley, there is no Hornet coming back.
Uh-oh.
Seb, bad
Mhm.
news.
Hmm.
I sent a Hornet in there for recon. It's not coming back.
Is it
Oh, so-
like bouncing off some glass or something? You know they can't.
They're
tell.
smarter than that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Much
someone just smacked it on the way? Would you know that? I suppose you would.
I wouldn't, but
No?
I get the
Okay.
feeling that something bad happened to it. Well, of course, something bad happened to it, but I get the feeling that our host might have something to do with it.
Well, I mean, going to a secret meetup location seems like...
This was a horrible idea, wasn't it?
Well,
Oh,
no, I'm
absolutely.
just saying they're being overly cautious. Might just be a hornet, but, you know. Your
Tell me,
plan-
Marie,
Huh?
would you like the shotgun? You're a Lasombra,
Doesn't
You
mean
can
I
move in the
can shoot a
shadows.
shotgun.
but if he's moving throughout the shadows, and you can also move throughout the shadows, maybe it would be advantageous to give you a giant fuck-off shotgun.
That's the
I
one that
really don't
spits
want
fire.
to roll up on whoever it is that we're meeting with a shotgun in my hand. I would like to continue this unlife, whatever it is.
All right, fair enough.
Is that
I
the
would
same
s-
shotgun that
It is. It is
Mhm.
the same one.
I just back away a little. I put Seb in between me and the shotgun.
Prim, is there some bushes somewhere where we could? I can't think of the English word. Fish deck. Fish deck.
It-
Hide.
Yeah, hide.
Hide the shotgun.
There's some plantations around the hangar where you could hide the shotgun in case you needed it, for sure.
I would prefer to do that.
You do
Is
that.
there like bathrooms that are off to the side for the staff repairing the?
Oh,
shanty?
yeah. There's there's 3 porta potties.
Ugh.
Gross, but now I was like, okay, well, they have got no business going anywhere around there, so maybe like
Well, they got to go somewhere to do their business, but
I meant the people we're meeting. I don't
Yeah,
think they
so
need to do business.
this section of the airport there's a few lights, but only enough lights for the airplanes to know that this is part of the airstrip. There's a hangar that's dark. There's no lights in it. There's some scaffolding on the outside, and the big hangar entrance, the gate is open, and there outside there are 3 porta potties standing roughly against the wall of the hangar.
Maybe just hide it behind them for now. Maybe.
That's doable. Yeah.
Seb, do you want to do your thing?
I don't know if Seb's thing will work on whoever it is we're meeting.
Well, he'll have a
I'm-
better shot than I will.
I'm just going to be polite and ask.
I say we put our 2 faces in front. What do you say, Stanley?
All right.
You and I behind.
Absolutely. Don't have to ask twice.
Right. Okay.
We follow behind you guys.
With that,
You step into the hangar, and it's spacey. It's obviously not one of the biggest ones, but it's roomy enough to contain the propeller airplane that's currently parked in here. There's some scaffolding on the inside as well. There's some tools, sheets of corrugated metal that's acting as a wall. There's a forklift. No one there, though.
Oh boy.
But is there?
I mean, there's no one that you can
Visible.
see. That's assuming a lot, but yes, you cannot see anyone there at the moment.
I just shout, and I guess I hear myself echo around the hangar. Hey, good evening. I don't suppose you're the fella I talked to on the phone.
You don't really hear anything for a little while, but then you hear a noise, a familiar sound. It's the sound of a small hornet flying
You
through the
just
air.
reached the hangar now.
Ah, it's flying towards you. and then it's just gone. And you see, actually, it's fallen to the floor, and the wings have been separated from the body and kind of wriggling on the floor, unable to move. And a tall man walks
Stanley
out
is
of
visibly angry.
yeah, tall man walks out of the shadow. He's got kind of a cocky smile on his face. He's very thin-haired. He's got whitish gray hair, piercing blue eyes, a very kind of pointy beard, and a huge scar-like tattoo on his forehead. And he's dressed in a very fancy, expensive-looking suit. He's got a wristwatch, and he's just smiling and saying, "All right there, fellas. You're here for the ticket, aren't you? Oh, Marie, it's such a pleasure to meet you. How's Clicks doing? Tell me about it. How's the old fella?"
I don't think I need to tell you how Gerhardt is.
No, you really don't need to tell me at all. I know exactly how Geralt is doing. Pity that. I thought he'd really measure up to more, but you can't really tell with these types, can you?
Something like that.
I assume you would be Sebastian, right? Old boy? You're shorter than I thought you would be.
Well, I have very little control over that, but it is nice to meet someone who speaks the Queen's at the very least.
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do, old boy. Nah, well, it's been a while since I was home in the old country, but, you know, you can take a Brit from the Isles, but you can't take the Isles from the Brit, can you? Now then, you wanted the ticket, and, well, I had the ticket. I don't intend to go to the party, but, I'm curious. What are you willing to give for it? What about you, love? Who are you? I don't recognize your face. Looks over at Giulia.
Oh, a pleasure, Giulia.
Nice to meet you, Giulia. You from the old country?
Yes, actually.
Brilliant.
So it was nice to meet someone else from there. It's rarer than it seems.
You really know how to butter an old man up, don't you?
Oh,
All right, well, let's talk business. This ticket is worth its weight in gold. Actually, it's worth quite a more than its weight in gold, but you know what I mean.
It is the golden ticket, so I hear.
Sure is, sure is. I'm curious. How about, like, why would you want to attend this party? It's crazy to me.
Would you believe that we've got certain proclivities?
I suppose I might be able to believe that, but really, you all seem far too young to, you know, lean that way. Unless there's something I've missed.
Possibly. But curiosity. I've got a certain beef I'd like to squash, and the people there, if they're into something quite as dangerous as this, then they're probably going to be the ones to be able to squash it.
Oh, look at you, taking on the big man. Whose beef are you going to squash?
Well,
Jackson's.
I'll work my way up.
Attaboy.
Ideally, it would be Loden, but...
Oh, well, old Blue Eye's not around
fools of
anymore,
some.
is he?
No.
Heard he fell from the 100th floor. Oh, I wish I could have seen that.
That's weird. I heard that he was torn apart by Sabat.
Oh, well, I would have known if we did that, wouldn't I?
Oh, that's true.
Could have been Lupin's too, if you think about it. It was all a big mess in the 90s, really.
Nobody likes the 90s.
Really? No, nobody really does like the 90s, do they? Well, you wanted to take down Loden. That's not going to happen. And then you want to work your way up to Prince Jackson. Tell me, who hurt you?
Well, it's certainly Loden's line. They haven't been the kindest. It's no secret that I'm not the most popular.
Yeah, family. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So you're all here to help your friend get back at his family. Is that it?
I'm here to go to a party.
Really? You work your way all the way into the Camarilla, the Ivory Tower, and the first thing you're going to do is go, well, do whatever they want to do.
I do what I want to do, with some rules.
All right, then. You want to go to the party, then what about the pretty little faces? Yes, I'm talking to you too, Nosferatu.
I believe you owe me a wasp.
Well, I guess I do. How much is it worth?
Not money. A wasp.
A wasp.
Worth the ticket?
Well, if
I'd
it was,
say so.
that's rich. That's rich. Now, I don't like people spying on me. Certainly don't like uninvited guests. I didn't tell you all wasps to come here. I told you to come here. This is my domain.
This hangar, this airport.
This whole bloody city. But what is it? Is it the second or third tradition? I can't recall. The one that says that don't enter into another kindred's territory uninvited.
We were invited.
You invited us.
Not your wasps, but I suppose we can split hairs over that the entire night. Fine, I'll owe you a wasp.
Brilliant.
He steps on it.
Prick.
Alright then, is that it? You're just here to help your old friend, is that it? You want to go to the most exclusive meeting in all of Chicago, and you're just helping your friend, and one of you wants to go to a party.
Well, I do have some questions of my own. But I suppose that aligns with everything else, so...
What kind of questions?
I'm still trying to word them, but I would keep their content for myself, if that's all right.
By all means. By all means.
I suppose you could say some information like curiosity killed the cat. Fortunately, we aren't cats, are we? So hopefully that'll pan out for us.
One would hope so. One would hope so. So, with that little detail taken care of, what are you willing to give for the ticket?
I don't think we have to play this game. What do you want for it? Yeah.
It's the seller's market. I just want to hear what you got.
Unless anyone has ideas, I might have something.
Oh,
By all means.
Come on, old boy. Tell me what you got.
Really, this is top tier information. So, and as you know, I'm not fond of a lot of the blue bloods around here. So, I'm willing to give you a secret. I don't suppose there are any of Lodin's brood that you're interested in getting one over on. Because I've probably got something on them.
There's a lot of buts and whats and ifs in this deal here. You're willing to give me a secret on one of Lodin's kin?
Yeah, just name the kindred.
What, you know them all?
I know a lot of them. Too many.
Ah, well. Nah. I don't like that. I don't want that. That's cheating. Give me something else.
Little broke right now.
Don't want money.
What do you want? Just be honest. Make it easier for everybody.
It's not that he doesn't want to be honest. He wants to know what we have.
We don't have
Look
anything
at the brains
really.
on her. Yeah.
How about this? You want a shotgun?
Shotgun. Why would I want that?
Got some dragon's breath rounds in it.
Ooh. Terrified.
That wasn't a threat, it was an offer.
I don't want that. Thanks for the offer, though.
Your loss.
Yeah, sure it is. You know, tell you what, I do have something in mind.
Thought so.
Get me the pelt of a werewolf, and I'll consider it.
Jesus Christ.
He's not serious.
I am dead
Just-
serious.
You are
I'm dead
just like
serious.
Gerhard. You're not serious.
I'm always serious. That's the prize. Take it or leave it.
Ridiculous.
Just a fair bit of warning. You might want to get the jump on them. They got claws.
Hopefully, also curiosity in that case. But, do you have? How about this then? Consider it at the very least, if I may be so bold. If you're anything like my friend here, and I do love you, Marie, if you have some troubles with any technological situations or with any contacts, perhaps, maybe I can arrange something smaller for like a little bit of a help in that sense.
No offense, love, but I've been around for a couple of years. I know my way around technology, but I do appreciate the offer.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's all I got, though. So, yeah.
Why don't you bring me Loden's head? If you do that, I can accept that as well.
Right. Where are we going to find that? It's
Kevin
not
Jackson's
attached
coat. His fur coat.
He's.
Oh.
This is his game. This is all their games. This is what they do.
This is what we do.
I get why you wanted to leave.
Yeah. Tally, B. Show me the invitations. Or the invitation. Show me you have it.
I don't have it. Threw it away. Sorry to have taken your time.
No, you're not.
Not at all.
Can I have that shotgun, please?
No. Temper. Don't lose it. Don't want to have an accident like your great-grandsire, do you? I love this.
Yes, we can tell.
Tell you what. If you can't find your invitation, come crawling back across the tarmac. I'll give it to you. I'll dig it up. I'll glue it all together into one piece. Takers?
What does Sierra see in you?
Oh, she doesn't care for me at all. She hates me.
I
Can't
can see
imagine why. Oh, well.
Hmm.
Well, guys, that was a wasted trip.
I
You
suppose it
can't
was.
possibly be this bored, Tally.
I'm not bored. I'm having the time of my life right now.
I see that. Alone.
She's right, though.
All right, well,
Well,
then, one last thing that could maybe make me change my mind. See if I lost it in a drawer or something. How about a gamble?
A gamble?
Yeah,
What kind?
your choice. Skill, which I wouldn't recommend, or luck, which honestly, I got plenty of.
I wouldn't mind. A gamble? How does that sound to the rest of you?
I suppose if it falls down to that.
Doesn't waste any more of our time.
I wouldn't agree to anything until I saw the invitation. But Tally and I seem to think alike. Can't imagine why.
Hmm.
Nothing in my hands. Nothing up my sleeves. He produces it out of nothing. +1. It's gone.
Oh, of course. Test of skill. I don't think we beat you.
Depends on the skill, of course.
Yes.
Can't say I'm very good at eating competitions.
Well, none of us are either, unfortunately. We get to choose the gamble.
Yes, you get to choose the gamble.
Okay.
Stanley, be very careful of what you're doing.
I am being very careful. trying my best to figure out a good gamble. Shit. I don't think I can sneak anything past him. There's no way. Fuck. To make this skill. Is there anything any of you are extraordinarily skilled in?
I can maybe beat him in a game of you laugh, you lose. But that's about it. 2 lies and a truth, or two truths and a lie. That's about it.
The only things I'm skilled in are occult, academics, and stealth.
Also snark. Just mentioning that. But I can be very resolved, but I suppose the rest is would be a gamble, I suppose.
Oh no, I have a great idea that I hate.
What?
I hate it already too.
So, who has the best control over their beast? That's always a gamble.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Ralphrost rounds.
Is this pointed at me?
No, it's just a suggestion. Who can resist the call of the beast? Who can resist a frenzy?
Well, that really depends, Tali. Is this a test of skill against you or a test of skill against each other?
Well, between you, a competition between all of you. How'd I win? How would I win that?
You could place a bet. That's fun, right?
Place a bet on one of you. I wouldn't place a bet on you for my life depended on it.
It looks like one of us is going to have to try to
That's fine, also.
beat him with willpower.
Do you not like my idea of perhaps holding a fire round, setting it off, and see who has the bottle to keep a hold of it longest?
I like that. That's a good idea.
It's not a good idea.
It's a perfect idea. I love it.
It's an awful idea.
So who's it gonna be? Who wants to burn their hand off?
I'll do it.
Oh, Marie, really?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you really do surprise me sometimes. I
No, I
suppose
don't.
that just shows you have what it takes to put your sire in there. Well, no, let's not get into that.
I'll go get the shotgun then,
All right, well.
and I'll
sure enough.
rack it twice, like pump it twice so it ejects 2 shells.
All right, then. We all go at the same time.
So it would seem.
Do I just make a frenzy check?
I suppose that would be it, right?
So
I
the
don't know,
rest of
Seb,
us,
is that what we do? Make a frenzy check?
I don't know.
Crazy bastard.
What is that? Is that
That's the
Terrible
plan.
idea.
I was.
what is that? Willpower plus humanity, right?
It is willpower plus. Now this is a stupid rule. A third of your humanity rounded down. I
All
hate it, but it
What
sort of
does
makes
that
sense.
mean?
So, if you've got 7 humanity,
I don't.
if you've got 6 humanity,
I do.
You add 2 to your willpower and then roll that. There is, I think, a frenzy button at the very bottom.
There is, yeah.
I will say, Seb is very, very chill.
I have 7 humanity. Is that?
That would give you an extra 3, I think.
2.
don't know whether it's
Wouldn't it
rounded up
be?
or rounded
rounded down. I think it's rounded down.
Oh, it's still 2 then.
I do hate this idea.
Okay, so I'm supposed to roll willpower plus 2?
How many dice is that?
For Seb, that's 9 dice.
I'm not gonna tell you how many dice there are for Tally, but there's quite a bit.
Are we all going against him or just Marie?
Just one person, and Maria was the one who volunteered, and
Let's
now
wait.
now
need to
she's
do a
holding
calculation.
around.
So is it willpower +2
Yes.
for me?
Yes.
This is so bad.
Roll a frenzy roll. Just click the frenzy button. Should be fine.
Just click the frenzy button.
I think
This
that
is
should be
such
fine.
an awful idea.
It is one of your best.
This is the problem. This is the problem, Josh.
I will roll
We
now.
listen
Seb
to
is
you.
not smart. You shouldn't listen to Seb. I
But this
should
is
have
the
told you
problem.
this
He's
last
charming.
session.
I passed.
He's charming.
I passed.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, hot damn.
Yeah.
You did.
For the second time.
So
Oh,
I have a lot of candles in my haven. I don't know. It's fine.
would this be a contest of successes or just resisting frenzy?
That I don't
I'm
know.
not sure how.
Because
he
right
would
now,
tell the most successes.
both Tally's hand and Marie's hand are on fire. And I'm gonna say I want a stamina. No, actually,
What do you want? I'll give it
what
to
kind
you.
of what kind of role would it be to like keep holding on to this? Because you're not frenzying, but you're holding.
Definitely,
that would
definitely
be a-
composure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say stamina composure. Would that be too weird?
Probably not actually, because you are on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Oh boy. Right, let's see. This guy has a pretty big dice pool. Just
Oh, can I roll a willpower?
you can add a willpower roll, but you can only reroll one die. No, you can reroll all three. All three.
So I just click reroll.
No, the reroll button.
Oh,
just
willpower
rerolls
reroll.
that
I
entire
see.
thing.
Yeah, and
Yep.
press on one of your willpowers to make it fall. All right. That
Oh.
is
5.
Oh,
one,
That's a messy
two-
crit.
That's a messy crit. All right. Hold on.
Is mine a messy crit? No.
4.
Yeah, yours is.
Yours is a messy
got-
crit.
It is?
Yeah, you
Doesn't
got
say.
7 successes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's 7 successes on messy crit.
Marie is the fucking badass. Just like
Tal-
super chill, holding a flare,
All right,
basically.
Marie,
just
you're gonna
pop it in your
take.
mouth and chew it.
Marie,
Swirl
you're
it
gonna
around.
take. You're gonna take 3 damage.
Aggravated? That would
It's
kill me.
fire.
No, you take 2 aggravated damage. You take 2 aggravated
Oh,
damage.
shit.
Tally also takes damage, and he just stares at you, and then finally just fuck it, and he just throws it away. You win. He threw it away, and he.
I
he
hold
looks-
on to it for like 2 or 3 seconds longer than him, and then I throw it away.
Mother of God, Marie, what did it make you out of? Fuck me. I was gonna play around. I was gonna give you the ticket anyway. Fucking take it. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Fuck me, that
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
fuck you. Exactly.
I take a wet wipe out of my purse and quickly go to Marie.
Yeah, it's aloe vera. It's aloe vera.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
Fucking hell. He just conjures the ticket over and sends it flying your direction.
Thank you.
My
Take a
God.
moment before I offer him the loan.
Don't offer him the fucking lotion.
No, it's fine. You can tell that he's actually not nearly as burnt as Marie is, but yeah, he didn't throw. He that was genuine. It's like, all right, then. Well, that was embarrassing, but on the other hand, it was another keeper. So I'm just gonna say you make me proud. Happy to be a member of the same clan as you. All right. Well then, that's you got your ticket. It's a +1 though, and I can't follow you, so you're probably not gonna. Are you gonna sit on each other's shoulders and wear a big trench coat, or what's the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Exactly.
Or we'll just like make sure they stay head on, and we'll mime each other's, stay in each other's silhouettes. I'm a bit taller.
I'm
than
sure that's gonna work.
Giulia. It'll be fine. Right.
Unless you have a mean to get another.
We
or
don't
to get
need
another.
anything else from him, Giulia.
Oh, Marie, please. Don't be like that.
Oh, but I mean, I wanted to keep this civil tonight. This wasn't supposed to be some kind of affront. So I'm happy we could entertain. But we really should be on our way. Or
I'll give you one for free if you
Oh.
want it. But it's up to Marie if she wants it. Tell you where to get one of those tickets. Easiest one to get.
What? From whom?
Well, you don't really seem like the fighting type. I mean, aside from this amazing feat of strength you just performed, but I'm going to say that you was a bit out of your league as the old sheriff of town. He's pretty pissed off lately, so I would imagine he'd relish a chance to go frenzy on your asses, but there is a Banu Hakim in town. A Shira member. She's surprisingly welcoming to younger Kindred, so I figured you might have a chance with her. If anything, she's not going to try to kill you.
We may have heard similar things.
Yeah.
What we don't know is where she is.
Four Seasons. Top floor. I would recommend you announce your presence before you before you get yourselves killed, though. Not by her. She's got some people with her, but she's fine. And she's fine too. For Banu Hakim, anyway.
Right. Well, thank you.
Don't thank him.
Thank you. This was much more entertaining than I thought it would be. All right, now move along.
You're very welcome.
Let's go. Let's
Good day.
leave.
Perfect.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Oh,
dear.
Stanley,
Yes.
I'll get you a hornet. How many you need?
Wasp.
Just one.
Just go, Stanley.
Just
He's not
one.
gonna get you a wasp.
I know.
I'm a man of my word. You'll get it.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. And you head off.
Is
And-
this what you had to deal with, Marie? For years?
Not that many. Couldn't take it that long.
I can see why. I can also see where you get the sarcasm. But it looks better on you.
Oh, thank you, Giulia. It feels really good. I'm glad I have this kind of sarcasm.
I mean, listen, hey, you do the best of what you can in any situation, and in this case, I think you did a good job, and I think I'm not regretting,
It
the
doesn't
whole-
feel good, Giulia, but thanks. I appreciate it.
Hey,
It
own
hurts
it.
so much.
It hurts a lot.
It's definitely confirmed something I've always suspected. The Lasombra superpower is sarcasm.
Might serve you well someday, is all I'm saying.
Served me well today,
Indeed.
tonight.
I believe this is a perfect place to end tonight's session. We are already way over time, but
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
are we?
Yeah, about half an hour.
We go so fast,
Yeah.
sorry.
You've got one ticket. That would mean at least two of you.
I have one ticket.
You have
I'm
one
kidding,
ticket.
I'm kidding.
You get a ticket. You get a ticket. Marie has one ticket for tomorrow's event, which means she can bring a +1 if she wants to. We'll see in next episode if we'll try to pursue another one or if we're gonna head straight to the party. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. It's been a pleasure storytelling tonight, and I would love to thank my players who have once again proven that there is so much talent on YouTube, and I'm so blessed and happy to work with you. Thank you so much.
Back
Good
at you.
night.
Good night.
Night, people.